Board put out their top 10 hottest female artist list real quick. And real quick, before I get into that list, I do realistically, honestly want to get into the Saucy Santana conversation for just a quick second. Realistically, because I'm somebody who said this a million times, where I feel like if Saucy Santana actually was ghost writing for, at the time, this was the City Girls. This was the pandemic, and I was just like, I think he makes a lot of catchy songs, but realistically, those songs won't reach its fullest potential because realistically, Saucy Santana is a man, and those songs, even this song that the Quiet on the Creek jump, where it's like, it just sounds too crazy. Like the hook is fire. The beat is catchy, but bro, when you get into the verses, I'm like, I'm cool, dog. Like I can't, like it doesn't matter how bad I really want to support him. It just be like the verses get too, like, it's too graphic, and it's too much. I can't imagine where it's going to really be like. And again, I think we live in America, and I think America still, as much as they try to act like we super progressive and you super into everything, you kind of get to see that realistically. You've seen that in real time, even with how people got mad at KevOnStage. We'll talk about KevOnStage a little bit later in the episode. But realistically, people just not there. People aren't as progressive as they want to make it seem. Because I even seen the video of, I want to say it's Mississippi State college football team. And of course, it's young dudes. They on the internet. They on TikTok. It's a trend. It's a trending song right now. And of course, do I think we live in a world where they didn't listen to the actual lyrics to the verse on the song? Of course not. I don't think that those football players and 18, 19, however, 20 years old did not sit here and take time to actually listen to the lyrics of the song. But did they sit here making a dance, and then you see a bunch of grown people and women in the comment section, oh, they must be, it ain't quiet on that creek and this, that, and the third. Like, you sitting here dropping just and being very homophobic because, like, why these dudes can't just enjoy the hook and think the hook is catchy, it's dumb, it's funny, I'm gonna just enjoy myself. But again, I'm watching women in the comment section and again, did y'all be upset when you sit here and the athletes become professional athletes and then they all start dating white women? Because again, hey, if I'm this group of dudes and I see this in the comment section and a bunch of black women tearing me down because I'm just trying to enjoy a funny song where, again, realistically, I think they actually listen to the verses on the song? Hell no. They just seen it was a catchy joke on TikTok. All the girls and everybody doing it. This is going viral. Hey, I want to have just me a little viral moment because these are football players, so it's going to make it 100 times more viral. And that is realistically why academics in the neighborhood talk, and all of them picked it up. But again, going back into my original point is, I think realistically, and again, I don't know the actual backstory or the breakdowns on how the payout may be if Saucy Santana took the back road to be a ghostwriter, or even he ain't got to be a ghostwriter. You can be credited on the song because every time somebody mentions Young Miami Spin That, they literally all the credits of all the people who wrote the song. So I don't even think he has to be a ghostwriter. But I'm just kind of imagining how big that Quiet on the Creek jump would be if this was song number 2 for Young Miami. If this was the follow-up for Young Miami Spin It, this song would be out of here, and she would be batting at 100 this summer. People would, if Quiet on the Creek was a Young Miami song to be her follow-up single to Spin That, people would be putting Young Miami in the same conversation like they was doing Glorilla just a year ago. But for Saucy Santana, do I think it's going to be a big moment on the internet for him? Yeah, for this week. But then come next week, or even if it lasts 2 weeks, it's going to go because we live in America, and America is still very homophobic, where men ain't going to sit here and support this song like they will be okay with supporting Spin That. But again, I think if it was Young Miami, do I think realistically I can imagine DJs playing it? I can imagine more, even if you took the whole entire dance and everything and gave it to Young Miami, I think realistically that song would be big, and you would hear everybody on the radio sitting here saying, oh, my Young Miami got a follow-up to Spin That. But again, I think for Saucy Santana right now, it's kind of like you in a pocket where it's like people going to celebrate you. People who are already willing to celebrate you, those gonna be the people who celebrate you, and people who not really familiar with you. I still don't think that this song is gonna be the song that's gonna kind of push you through the door to get people familiar. But real quick, because I do want to read off this list for the Billboard Hot 100. It is Cardi B number 1, Young Miami number 2. I seen a lot of people upset with Young Miami being number 2, feeling like she only got one song. I think a lot, and that can kind of go into a conversation again, even when Young Miami pulling out the Boss Man D-Lo concert. I'll get into that after I finish reading this list. Young Miami number 2, Sexy Red number 3, number 4 is Mona Leo. Number 5 is Doechii. Number 6 is Lotto. 7 is Trim. 8 is YK Nice. Number 9 is Molly Santana. And number 10 is Meg Thee Stallion. And
what's the list?
It's Billboard's top 10 hottest female rappers right now. I don't feel like the list is bad. I think realistically, if I had it,
I just think it's kind of crazy that Lotto's towards
the bottom.
Yeah, and she just put out
I mean, but it's Lotto. I told you, I think people always disrespect Lotto all the time, regardless. So it's kind of.
I'm just saying, but if you saying the hottest, I still think she's kind of like. I wouldn't put her at the bottom. Like that's my only. Like I wouldn't put her at the bottom.
Yeah, I kind of, if I'm being honest, I don't necessarily. Well, I guess Sexy Red had that song for a hot second.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Cause we saying hot right now. Like I said, Lotto just had her baby and all that. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I can still go Cardi B number 1. I still honestly I could keep Young Miami at number 2 because it's hard to keep her, not have her at 2. And realistically, she out of all of these women on this list, she got the biggest song on it. Like people gonna put Cardi at number 1 because it makes it easier to validate that list. But if we talking about hot right now, I mean, of course, Cardi B is Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion is Meg Thee Stallion. That's why even Meg is on there at 10 just because of the strength, because she's Meg Thee Stallion. Do I sit here and think that Meg deserved to be on there right now off of just rap music? No. So like if you were sitting here taking somebody, because I feel like there's women who are hotter right now that people are actually listening to. Maybe they're not mainstream, so they're not on people's radar. But Burna B and Ken the Man, both of them should be on this list. So if you sitting here saying,
what's the other ones you had on there?
Yeah, Cardi B at number 1, Young Miami at number 2, Sexy Red at 3, Mona Leo at 4, Doechii at 5. Even for Doechii, like she ain't putting nothing out. That's again where I think sometimes with some names, it's just kind of you trying to help solidify your list. But if I'm just being brutally honest right now, if I had to take 3 people off, I'll take Doechii off. I'm definitely taking Molly Santana off, and I'm taking Meg Thee Stallion off. And I think realistically, that's the girl who's on the Drake jump.
The Drake Future.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's cool. You was on the feature, but you ain't like nobody ain't thinking about you. Nobody ran to go sit here and go listen to the rest of your songs. I don't know another song from her. Didn't that little whatever part she did on that song? Yeah, it cranked on that song, but it wasn't enough to make me be like, oh, I'm about to go sit here and go listen to the rest of her catalog. So again, I do think 2 people who deserve to be on there is Ken the Man and Burna B. Both of them have been consistent, especially Ken the Man. Ken the Man doing her own tours, and her tours is the same size of the tour that Boss Man D-Lo scared to go on by itself. And the reason why I sit here and say you kind of have to put Cardi B, I mean, not Cardi B, but Young Miami at number 2, because think about how many people were sitting here, even for Boss Man D-Lo to sit here and had to cancel the concert. The fact that you got to cancel your concert or postpone your concert because Young Miami went off, realistically, because you don't have enough music to go on. And it's not, I'm not saying say a small venue, but this is not a large venue setting. Some of these spots are like Fillmore, so some of them may be 2,500 venues. And then, of course, maybe if it's further in the South, they may sit here and do a 5,000 seater. But he can't realistically, I don't think he can do it right now by himself. Just because the tour came too late after his album drop, I don't feel like he don't
just drop, right?
Shit, like a minute ago, like springtime. But listen to what I'm saying though. For the type of music he makes, is because he makes super trendy music. So it's like it don't have no real stay power to it. Like, oh, okay, maybe Motion Party, you still like you hear it in the commercials or something. Or if it come on the radio, you still may listen to it. But he don't got no real like. Boss Man D-Lo to me still kind of almost feel like a club nigga. Like if Boss Man D-Lo's about to be at your hot club in your city, yeah, I'll go then. But are you really about to go to a Boss Man D-Lo concert by himself? As him as the headliner? And that's realistically, people want to discredit Young Miami because it's Young Miami. But if we just being honest, and I was telling people that I'm like, sometimes as artists, you got to kind of know your temperature. And perfect example, she took herself off that concert. Now she headlining Summer Jam.
So then my question is, if that song didn't come out, who was going to be on that? Because the Motion Party tour was already. He was
already out before they was already promoting it.
So then who did you have?
I want to say it was him, and I think they had like 2 people opening. I can't remember who the 2 people was. It's 2 people opening. But that's my point. So that's my point. If he was confident in who he was, he should still be able to go out on tour by himself.
I thought she just like, I ain't know he stopping the whole.
Yeah, he pushed the whole. I mean, he just said he's postponing it. But I'm sure it's easy to postpone it realistically because the ticket sales probably wasn't super crazy. Because again, Young Miami ain't been thinking about promoting this concert. She been promoting her song, which she should. And I'm sure realistically the bags that she gonna get picked up to do People's Summer Jam, like she literally just got added onto the Hot 97 Summer Jam. That's in New York City. I'm sure for a fact they gave her a bigger bag than whatever she was gonna get to go on tour with Boss Man D-Lo, again, because she was already on that joint. And for people who sometimes, I think a lot of people give their opinions because you don't really understand the music business. I told this story on here before when we booked Young Thug to come to the Ebony Inn. And he literally in his last show at I must say at that time he was at 2,500. And his features, he did features, he did Shy Glizzy feature, he did a feature for Top. He did both of them jokes for 2,500. So he came in town, he made like 7,500 that week. But that was literally his last joke. He didn't do no more shows or no more features at 2,500 that week because that was the same week he got signed to Rich Gang. So his price went from 2,500 to 10,000. And you got to think about it. At that time, he didn't have no song as big as Spin That. Nothing in no world it makes common sense for anybody to be like, oh, if Young Miami and Boss Man D-Lo still went out on this tour, what song is Boss Man D-Lo gonna perform after Young Miami do Spin That? He don't have a song big enough right now. He's not, again, this is movie different. Not saying people saying, oh, she gonna regret it. What am I gonna regret? Not going on tour with Boss Man D-Lo? This ain't like I'm saying, oh, I'm going on tour with J. Cole or Future or Drake or even Wale, where these people got a whole different audience from me. Boss Man D-Lo play in the lane with like making the girl songs like the Travis Porter type of shit, but on some street shit where it's like, this is it's a catchy joke. Like if I don't catch Boss Man D-Lo when he got a hot song, I don't want to go see Boss Man D-Lo 5 months later after the song ain't hot no more. And that's my only thing with that. So it's again, like I get what people sitting here trying to say, but that's even for me, again, going back to my original point with I think that Saucy Santana was ghostwriting for somebody like my Young Miami. I think realistically he could be just as big as The Dream, because if you sit here saying just going off, if you go down and you just sit here and say, I'm gonna go listen to just the hook. If you go down Saucy Santana's catalog of music that he got out on Apple Music and just listen to the first 30 seconds of a hook and the beat, his hook game is on a batting on 1,000 and his beat selections is on 1,000,000. But just realistically, again, we live in America. People ain't gonna sit here and if I literally
you putting him in the same as what's Meg that was writing for Cardi.
He could be. I think he could be bigger than Partisan Fontaine because I think he makes better, catchier songs. If listen to what I'm saying, Saucy, if you sit here and say, just pick up, if I say Meg Thee Stallion, Young Miami, any of them, and if I sit here and say, give each one of them his catalog, and they sit here and redo the songs, and they did all his songs, and you just literally from Material Girl to Walk and all of that other shit, dog, you could argue that they would be the best female rapper of all times.
Wow.
That's how you got to think about how big some of his songs be, but niggas just really don't be sitting here like over going for them jokes because he's who he is. That Walk song had the shit on a chokehold during the fucking pandemic. Everybody and their mother, they couldn't do nothing else but you go outside real quick and do the walk. Like, nigga, that song, imagine if that was a Meg Thee Stallion song, or if that was a City Girl song, again, and even especially if it was a Meg song, because Meg already got the popularity to kind of push her over the top. If Saucy Santana, if Meg Thee Stallion had Saucy Santana catalog, nobody could sit here and say that fucking Cardi B or Nicki Minaj can fuck with Meg Thee Stallion. And I ain't even talking about, he don't even got to write no raps for her. All she needs is with the hooks and the beat selection for her, and she can write her own shit. She's already a great rapper. Even for Lotto, because the difference is for all of them is where sometimes it's like Saucy Santana still, if one of the people, he's not isolated enough because he ain't famous enough. So for him to even come up with the fucking Quiet on the Creek shit and for it to have like, bro, people on the internet going back and forth arguing with each other, like stop explaining shit to people. Y'all the people who be sitting here breaking down black culture and break language and sitting here telling these white people what Quiet on the Creek mean, they don't know what it means. Fuck them. But people having those conversations about his songs, I could only imagine if this was a Meg song or if this was a Young Miami, especially, and the reason why I say Young Miami, because right now, everybody kind of wondering like, damn, can she do it again? You got a huge record. Okay, now the label sitting here saying they want you to put out an album. What's this really going to sit here and last? So that is one of the reasons why I keep seeing his hand. I would think it would be perfect to sit here and allow this. I do want to play a couple of clips of some people talking about this song because I do think realistically that song is super extremely catchy. I do want to give him his flowers for this real quick.
You put on Quiet on the Creek because the phrase is funny, the song is bouncy, and you want to be in on a viral moment. Of course, the song will absolutely help you do that. You get to join in on a joke. You get to sing Be Quiet on the Creek. And every time it comes back around, you feel like you're participating in a shared code that we all recognize right now. But once you stay with what the song is actually saying, you're not only stepping into a meme, you're stepping into a connection that can only keep going when nobody makes too much noise about it. Because the central instruction is be quiet on the creek. Now stop dealing with them, not bring the situation out into the moment. Just be quiet enough so the arrangement does not get interrupted. You hear that when he says, you know he got a man, you decide he got to sneak. Then he says, but you can't get shit because you ain't quiet on the creek. So now being quiet is a job. Quiet keeps the access open. Quiet keeps the gifts coming. Quiet keeps the connection from being exposed. And that's the part where the song is easy to play with. It turns secrecy into this catchy little inside joke. But then he says, so you got to understand that we got to share that man. And if he tell me hush, I'll be quiet with a quickness. And then he lands on, and I can get what I want because I be quiet on the creek. That's what I call silence as the price of access. That basically means the person who knows how to stay quiet gets to remain inside that arrangement and keeps receiving from it. And that's the reality check, because yes, the song puts you inside this flirty, funny, bounce your chest, viral moment that feels like everybody's in on the joke. But underneath that joke is also making secrecy feel smooth, strategic, and rewarding. And that matters for the artist, because the song is not only creating this social moment that people can participate when they play it, it's also creating this reality under that participation. What repeating that phrase means, what behavior is rewarding, and what the listener is rehearsing while they sing along. That difference between joining in a viral moment and seeing what the song is actually placing that moment inside is what an artist reality check traces across a full record, because Quiet on the Creek will absolutely teach the connection how to stay hidden. But the question is whether everybody repeating "Be quiet on the creek" is actually keeping the viral joke going, or if it's helping those kind of arrangements stay hidden too. If you put on Quiet...
This was a great breakdown. And again, I think sometimes it's just certain things that only women could sit here and kind of do a super deep dive on that one, because that was one of those things where it was like, I heard it, but then I kind of like, this is one other young lady who she do a great job of doing the marketing and promotion on breaking down all different artists, but she definitely just recently did one for Saucy Santana. I want to play that one, and then we can get into something else, because I know y'all are super homophobic, so it's killing y'all to hear break down the Saucy thing real quick. And I want to sit here and say, I want to add a new segment to the show. If y'all could, so people, if you're listening and you see if you see a video of just animals attacking humans, especially I prefer dogs, because some people sit here and make jokes and be like, they mock his work for Peter part-time because the way he be defending us sitting here talking about beating the shit out of dogs. They'd be like, it was like, no, how the fuck this nigga got a career that sit here, he should hate dogs, and this nigga be taking up for the dogs every goddamn time. So that is definitely a segment that I want to constantly continue to sit here and talk about real quick, because I definitely seen 2 videos that was going viral this week of 2 different women getting attacked by dogs trying to save their dog. I don't necessarily know if y'all seen it. One was like a huge ass all white dog. I'm talking about, this dog was big as shit. Like the dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of them. I kind of, when I was watching it, because one of the videos, it may have been a dude trying to protect his dog because he picked the dog up, and then the other one was a girl and she had like a small ass dog, and it was like, I don't know.
Man, that nigga need to get that pit bull back.
That's what that was. The dude that was picking up, that was a pit bull he was picking up.
Yeah, he need to get that shit back.
Oh no! Yeah,
I mean, no, he ain't had no match for that bush name that I forgot what they called. Like a that's not a German Shepherd, but it's them training dogs.
I think we talking about the same. I know you talking about that same video.
Black dude. It was a black dude.
Yeah, he was picking up. I didn't know that was a pit bull he was picking up. I thought that was like a mixed dog.
No, it was a pit bull.
Oh yeah, he need to put that shit down. I ain't no disrespect. He need to go ahead and take that joint out back and go ahead and put him down, dog. Ain't no way. I'm not picking, dog. He was mad. Come again. If y'all love y'all dogs that much, I think you should. If you're gonna walk your dog and you know your dog ain't really like that, you should have at least like a taser or a BB gun on you or something to be able to protect your dog. Because that shit I was watching, I'm like, bro, come, what the fuck are we doing?
I mean, she couldn't control the goddamn dog as it is. Your dog should be able to defend you. That dog couldn't defend the shit for you.
Yeah, that was something. That dog went outside.
Tana, it's quiet on the creek, but I need you to get a little louder and come into my office. First on the docket, get an attorney today. Get an attorney today, because I promise you, it's quiet on the creek got about 4 business days before some white girl in a marketing boardroom pitches it to Clorox or to Johnson & Johnson or to any nature TikTok page that is available. We're going to be seeing It's Quiet on the Creek on every nature page. The Atlanta police force gonna be like, you wasn't quiet on the creek, now you arrested. Like, and I don't want what happened with Huncho and the birthday to be what happens to you. Santana, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. You influence a lot, and I don't think you realize that. So I know you on streaming, cut the stream off. I know you under the dryer getting a new wig. Tell Cliff Vermeer, hold on. I need you to go ahead and copyright that. And if you can, ever since you started shaking your titties, bitches have shaked their titties all summer long. Girls don't even shake ass no more. It's all... And who do you think they got that from? You. So again, Santana, I know that you're a bad bitch, but I need you to be about your business. Copyright it today. Thank you.
And you see, and you know the crazy thing is, I didn't know and again, because I'm not sitting here making it seem like I'm following every Saucy Santana move. I didn't even know the bounce of the titty thing was a Saucy Santana thing. I thought it was a YK Niece thing. Because I seen YK Niece go on Pull Minds, and they was talking about that little dance. So I didn't know that was a Saucy Santana.
What's the joint?
where they be bouncing their titties. And again, real quick, because we had a conversation last week, and one of our listeners sit here and wrote me about saying women shouldn't wear thongs at all. So I got a question. Do y'all feel the same way about women who got big titties to go to the pool? So for people who don't know, if you missed out last week's episode, we were sitting here talking about if you live in especially a luxury apartment or you on a vacation at a luxury hotel and you know there still may be kids there, but you spent a lot of money to be in getting this pool experience because, again, we're talking about a luxury apartment, those apartments that may be in the city somewhere, rooftop pool, them shits cost, to stay in them just cost like $5. So if you can sit here and say F them kids, if I'm spending $5 a month, I should be able to go to the pool as is. Same way if you had a resort or a hotel that's a luxury junk where realistically it shouldn't be as many kids there because, again, this is a luxury hotel. So, but Marcus and Erica felt like you should still be respectful and wear a respectful bathing suit. So, but my question for y'all is now, because some of the listeners did, and one of our listeners DM'd me and was like, yeah, you shouldn't be, if you know you're gonna be somewhere with kids, you should have a respectful bathing suit on. But then my question is, that's for the bottom. Do y'all, because there's a lot of women who listen to this show who got big boobs. Do y'all feel like realistically, hey, I should sit here and cover up my boobs?
What you mean cover? I mean, they're all covered. You can't.
And it'd be some women in their bathing suits. Yeah, should you go to the?
No. I mean, if you have a big chest, then what can you really do? You're gonna find something to kind of fit you, but why would you? You don't have to go with a t-shirt on. So can't really cover that.
So that's my point. So it's like, and I'm talking about as a man, if I'm a little boy, I'm gonna get excited just about some titties. Just as I may get more excited about the titties than I would an ass.
But you can't cover it. Even if she had on a wet t-shirt, the t-shirt, it would still be like you would still look because the t-shirt's wet. So that's something that you really can't control.
You could do a wet t-shirt if it was black or navy blue. You can't do a wet t-shirt, and it's damn near almost pointless because I feel like a wet white t-shirt, you kind of almost drawing more attention to yourself than it would be if you just let the baby suit.
To yourself, period. With a t-shirt on in the pool and you a female.
Oh, you know what's so funny? I follow this fat girl. Oh my God, though. I hope I can find the video later. Man, she was funny as shit because she made a video talking about sitting here not wearing no t-shirts to the pool if you was a man or a woman. Where it's like, if you fat, just be fat because a wet t-shirt just make it look more crazier. But again, I'm just saying for the big boob people, for people who it's easy for people to sit here and go against the thong bathing suit. I do wonder, do y'all feel the same way about, again, the big boobs? Because there is a lot of women out here. Think about it, there's a lot of women, skinny women out here who may got no ass at all, but got titties for days. I'm sure realistically, they don't give a fuck where they want to rock them titties.
A lot of them don't even like the fact that they big like that. But it's nothing that you can, they might not be able to do nothing about it.
Yeah, and can I sit here and say, I understand it's a back thing. I remember I was talking to this girl and she ended up getting a reduction. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The same way as that trend is going around, sometimes titties the outfit. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes titties is your personality, dog. Don't see it unless you can't just like personally walk, or maybe you should just wait until you get like too old and then it get ridiculous. But to sit here and get a breast reduction in your 30s is just a bad business move. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
It's not. Why is it a bad business move,
bro? Because we can't keep it real. No, sometimes titties just be that's who people know you as.
But then sometimes, like I said, it can be too much too.
But some women go ridiculous and go too small. You can't go from having double G's and then go to a B cup. Like, what the fuck? Come on, dog. You don't even look the same no more.
That's drastic. Who does that?
I swear to God, I'll show you this girl I follow. She literally went from like. Nigga, she went from fucking a literally probably, I'm maybe exaggerating, from a G, but she probably had some double D's to now she got like a B cup.
Okay.
Man,
if she's comfortable with it, like
but you completely fuck your personality up.
You don't. Your titties are not your personality.
Oh man, you crazy. That's like sitting here saying if a nigga got a big meat, he gonna sit here now and sit here and get his shit chopped down. What's the difference?
Because you having a big it's not. But what is it doing?
Man, big titties, dog.
Talk to some females that have big chests.
No, I get it. They hate it. But all I'm just sitting here saying, why not just, I understand. If you can't not take the pain no more, respect. But if you can, all I'm just sitting here saying as a man to women, I'm giving you a friendly, just some general advice. If you can hold off until you 50, hold off until you 50. Don't take your titties down when you in your 30s and your 40s. You're still in your prime, dog.
Why would I wait till I'm 50 years old?
Because why would you fuck up your personality like that?
They're not your person. That's what you think their personality is, because that's what you see. But that's not their personality.
And that's fucked up. Because then it'd be like, damn, that's all I am is for my titties.
Man, they got the trend. I ain't even making something. This a fucking trend right now to be like, sometimes titties the outfit.
You're absolutely right. But a girl would be like, damn, that's all this, my titties.
No, I'm not sitting here. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's be.
That's what it is.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just sitting here saying, as a nigga who's had sex with women who then had big titties and then do the titty reduction, it just the sex don't even feel the same no more because titties was like your PowerPoint. You'll get on top, them jokes just gonna be bouncing. You ain't even gotta go crazy
for you because you the one that's focusing on it. But for her, it probably feels amazing not to have them things bouncing up and down.
Man, you can't just like, man, that's crazy. That shit just almost like, I'm gonna tell you, for niggas who don't agree with me, that's like when Vince Carter started shooting threes and stopped dunking on niggas, dog. Like, nigga, you was half man and half amazing.
And he started doing that. Why? Because of his fucking back.
Yeah, that shit crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be disappointed. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just as a fan of titties, I'd be disappointed in that one.
Well, just say you were a fan of it, but the titties is not the personality. That you're just a big fan of titties. But it's not their personality. That's just what you like about them.
I guess real quick, because we kind of talking about health real quick, and we did talk about men's health last week when we sitting here talking about what we talking about. We talking about strokes. It was this young man. I played a clip real quick because TMZ got and this nigga was strong as shit.
Yellowstone Naija, a Brazilian bodybuilding influencer and rising IFBB pro, has died at just 35 years old, only days before he was set to compete. According to reports, Melson suffered a medical emergency at his home in Alagoinhas, Brazil on Monday. His mother, who was a nursing technician, immediately rushed to help, and first responders also arrived quickly, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. His official cause of death has not yet been released. Just hours before the medical emergency, though, Melson shared photos from the gym on his Instagram. That post has now become a place where fans, friends, and family are leaving tributes. Melson earned his pro bodybuilding card in 2023 and had built a following of more than 32,000 people by sharing workout videos, fitness advice, and competition updates. He was scheduled to compete at a muscle contest in Curitiba on July 17th. Outside of bodybuilding, he was also a singer who performed at his local evangelical church. Our thoughts are with Melson's family and friends. Rest in peace.
Again, rest in peace to that young man. You talking about at 35, and I think realistically, and the reason why I even sent this to a homeboy of mine who really be into working out, he listened to the show, and we was just talking about it where it's like sometimes where it's like, I get it for the male, our ego, when you go to the gym, you want to be able to lift all of that. You want to look physically like I work out type of shit. But sometimes when you can sit here and see something, they sit here like when this dude made this video, I ain't need you to sit here and tell me what the cause of death is. I could look at this nigga. When you can see somebody who work out and you see veins popping all through their body where the veins is their personality, I know for a fact that you juicing because the regular average person who work out don't look like this. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it really sitting here chasing those extra gains or sitting here looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because, I mean, again, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan and shit. And even for Arnold Schwarzenegger, look at all of them niggas having to make those dramatic changes when they got older to get off of steroids so their body so they can still live. Well, again, for Hulk Hogan, he lived to 70-something. But, of course, realistically, I'm sure for most of us, your hopes and goals and prayers is to at least get like 85 out of here. If you can get into your 90s, you in overtime. But to sit here and pack it up at 35 is like, I'm sure this nigga, like, pause. He looked good, I guess, if that's the look you going for. I don't think realistically, just for me personally, I would never want to look like that because that to me looked like, that shit almost looked like how I look at somebody on my 600-pound life. Like, nigga, I don't need no autopsy. I'm looking at you. I see what the fuck happened. Like, nigga, you look like you was waking up hitting that fucking roid every day. Again, no disrespect to him, but I'm just sitting here because I know I got male listeners and I know niggas be wanting to work out and I know you be having that male ego sometimes. You trying to get a certain look, but you got to be careful on how you trying to achieve that look. I'd rather be smaller and in shape, actually physically really in shape, healthy heart, healthy liver and lungs. Again, when we talking about liver and kidney and stuff like that. Rest in peace to Alley Boy. Alley Boy is, I'm trying to think what people probably really know Alley Boy for. If you're not a huge Atlanta mixtape fan, you probably know Alley Boy. You got to probably be old enough and be really on World Star, but Alley Boy beat the shit out of Young LA back in the day on World Star. Because that's when I think Young LA went out and got a duct tape tattoo or something. So, and for people who not familiar, even I guess in recent time, Big Bank was the CEO of Duct Tape Records, and it was Alley Boy and Trouble. Rest in peace to Trouble, because Trouble died in that when the dude came in the junk and he was sleeping in the girl junk and he ended up killing him. But Alley Boy just died of kidney failure. Again, like I would tell men, like, take care of your body, dog, and drink that water. You gotta I feel, to me personally, the older you get, like cold water is better than anything. Now, again, I understand some of us work crazy hours, so you need the extra energy from the caffeine or whatever the case may be. But even at that same junction, man, drink a lot of water. Because you go too crazy on the caffeine and not enough water, you fucking your kidneys up. Again, when you talk about the steroids or you taking any type of vitamins and you just kind of putting a lot of more pressure on your kidney and you ain't flushing your kidneys out with the water. And that's one of the reasons why even people do the Should do the sweat, like the little sweat bag stuff, because you kind of want to flush out all the toxins in your body. Again, I know people think in your mind, I put on this sweatband or I put on these bands and it'll make you sit here and lose weight faster. No, realistically, all you're just doing is getting the water weight up off you. But realistically, sometimes you need to, it helps you sweat out all that extra chemicals that your body may be carrying. So sometimes that's why one of the reasons why I love working out on them jumps, because I just know for a fact, especially if you're not trying to run at full speed, that's the only way you're going to get that type of sweat, that you'll get it putting on one of those sweat bags. So again, like I said, rest in peace to this gentleman. And again, rest in peace to Ali Boy. Please, for men, please take care of your health, because it ain't no real date on it. I do got one more hip hop take real quick. Well, I got two more. I got Meg Thee Stallion real quick.
You know what's really tripping me out about all these Megan Thee Stallion perfume reviews and motherfuckers claiming that they don't like it or it don't smell good and this, that, and the third. It's the way that y'all will get up because it's a black girl's perfume and all of a sudden y'all need to go to the store and record your experience, your quote-unquote negative experience, when you can clearly go in the fucking store and smell it before you buy it. I just watched a video of a girl sit there and spray the paper like 3 fucking times, sniffing it, and she still left the store with some. Just to get in the video and say, oh, I don't really like the smell, but y'all go get this other perfume. Bitch, why the fuck did you buy it if you smelt it in the store and you said you didn't like it in the store? Like, a lot of y'all hoes are clout chasing because y'all probably don't like Megan or y'all just want to be problematic, but the shit smell good. It smell like a rich bitch perfume. If you hoes don't like to smell like rich bitches, just say that. Like, I understand everybody has a different taste in perfumes too, so like, if you don't like really, really rich perfumes, you're not going to like this perfume. This is not no Bath and Body Works. This is not no super duper fruity ass perfume. It is a richness to it. But
I do want to pause it right there real quick, because I do think realistically people don't be having those conversations. I think people do have different preferences on oils, perfumes, and all of that. And I do think realistically that shit comes with a skill. Like that, you have to have an actual real sense of smell on what you like and what kind of fits your body style, the way you dress and all of that, because and it's funny that she said the Bath and Body Works, because realistically most people as kids growing up, that's kind of was just your go-to shit. For men it probably was the Polo or the Michael Jordan cologne or whatever your dad may have landing in the house, because realistically those were just cheap things that they sold at Macy's, so parents just picked the shit up, bought it, and it is what it is. But just having those conversations on, I don't necessarily even know how many people can actually financially afford to be real live perfume and cologne connoisseurs, and that's why people fuck with 2 Chainz so much, because 2 Chainz is kind of like, if you really a 2 Chainz fan, 2 Chainz really be dropping gems and giving niggas low-key game on what type of cologne to sit here and buy. But them shits that 2 Chainz be rapping about, them shits don't be cheap. Them Jones probably be starting off on the low end at like $300, and that's probably like for a small bottle or something. But niggas like Bond No. 9 and all that other crazy shit 2 Chainz be rapping about, nigga, you go Google the prices on some of that shit, and Google the prices if you want a decent size bottle. Yeah, I promise you will sit here and be like, yeah, 2 Chainz on a different type of timing. So I just like that she started that conversation, and I do kind of really want to double down, because I just want to give people a heads up. For all you Tory Lanez lovers, I got like 5 months to get your shit in order for your Apple Music wrap up or your Spotify wrap up, whatever platform you use to listen to music. And I'm looking and I'm hoping and praying that y'all got Tory Lanez in your top 5, at bare minimum have them in your top 10. Because a lot of, and this is sometimes I think we live in a world where people kind of like, we give niggas too much credit for the influence they don't have. And I'll sit here and use this for example. This Joe Budden and DJ Academics, y'all overly promote Tory Lanez. And this nigga never, I'm talking about, don't move the needle on jack shit when he drop his projects. It be, again, it's that small group of people who just hate Meg Thee Stallion and be like, oh, I listen to this new free Tory, listen to this new Tory. Man, that shit is garbage. Niggas ain't listening to it. That's why the shit don't be trending. It only be that small pocket of y'all, and that's why they don't never tell y'all his first week sales. This nigga done put out endless music and they never tell you his. Why y'all can't tell me his first week sales? Niggas be pressed to tell me what Lil Baby and Future and all these other niggas do the first week, but nobody never tell me what Tory Lanez done the first week. Because niggas don't listen to that shit. Niggas don't value you niggas' opinion the way y'all think y'all do. Nobody don't give a fuck about that nigga. Never have, never did. He's a fucking a knockoff fucking Drake. The knockoff weekend, he do a bunch of knockoff shit. Cool. But he, again, we talking about Boss Man D-Lo, what's a Tory Lanez story song? What's something that people, did he do good, he sample good songs, and he cosplay his other fucking niggas. Niggas is not rushing to sit here and go listen to Tory Lanez. That's some fake internet shit. Because if niggas was really listening to him, his shit would be trending. It would be sitting here going crazy again. You wouldn't even have we wouldn't even need the promo. Because guess who don't never need niggas promo? NBA YoungBoy. Never have, never will. Because niggas actually listen to him. It's not some fake ass fraudulent internet shit. Niggas be literally, I hate that y'all even be wasting y'all platform because you make me look at you like, bro, you just a hoe ass nigga. Like, I even listen to that shit. I'm listening to Joe Budden. I'm like, nigga, you try to play with Future and you got the audacity to sit here and try to like big this bullshit ass Tory Lanez up. Like, let's be serious. But that's again when I'm sitting here saying, like, sometimes you be blindfolded and be feeling like, oh, that these niggas' opinions matter. No, the fuck it don't. Because Future doing ridiculous numbers. And not a fucking soul gonna talk about Tory Lanez besides a handful of people who just hate Meg Thee Stallion.
In there and just say like it stinks or oh it should smell like shampoo and conditioner. No, the fuck it don't. No, the fuck it does not. Like I don't know who came up with that shampoo and conditioner shit, but no, the fuck it doesn't. It smells like something your rich ass auntie would be wearing. I even saw people in the comments talking about it smells like a older woman or it smells like a rich person. It's yeah, like the fuck, if you don't want to smell like that, then just say that. But it's not no cotton candy ass. I don't know if y'all looking for like some super vanilla. I don't know. But it's definitely something different. And that's why I like it, because it's different than all my other perfumes. And it smells really fucking good. So I don't know. And then if you know how to mix perfume, even better. Like you can definitely make that shit shake. But a lot of y'all are just clickbaiting and clout chasing. There's no way in hell I'm finna go in the store and smell anybody's perfume and I say, ugh, this stinks. And then I leave the store with it and make a video about it. And then,
again, and I say this a million times, we just live in a world where people sit here and pick and choose certain things that they just want to hate on and don't take time to, again, promote what you like and make and double down and stab on it. And then if you really feel like your voice means something, then sit here and it will show when other people start to pick up and start to champion what you like. But 9 times out of 10, it don't be that because y'all niggas just be so wishy-washy with y'all opinions and with y'all take on music. So niggas kind of just be like, all right, whatever, though. I ain't paying you no attention because I don't even believe you believe what you saying.
Remember Ice Spice because of that curly orange hair. I'm gonna remember Sexy Red because of that red hair.
Memorable. What's your visual identity?
Yeah, this matters. And I put it not as number one because there's so many people who don't start out knowing what their look is. So many people have discovered their look over time or the look that works, or they've gone through all these looks and now they're memorable eras. Like a Rihanna. Rihanna turned changing her hair into, the sign that an album was coming. And so I'm always looking forward to the look and how memorable. And now, we can use the word iconic, how iconic it's going to be, because that is your brand, that you can reinvent yourself several times and it's always badass. I think there's a lot of proof of concept right now with someone like Sabrina Carpenter. She's been around for so long, but until her look and everything about what she was selling and talking about really resonated with people, it wasn't working, quote unquote. The same thing's happening with Zara Larsson right now. You've had hits, but people didn't know what you look like.
Right.
And now you've been able to come here and really focus on your visual identity, and it's memorable. I want to dress like you. I could dress like her for Halloween. Your visual identity being clear so I can identify you, especially right now when there's 100,000 artists that matter. That was not the case before. And I'm gonna remember Ice Spice because of that curly orange hair. I'm gonna remember Sexy Red because of that red hair. I'm gonna remember Kanye West because he's got the polo and the backpack. Something needs to be memorable about you. I'm gonna remember
with what she just sit here and say, I kind of wonder, maybe Glorilla kind of already solidified herself, but I wonder, did that fuck Glorilla up a little bit?
No.
You think because she already just who she is? Because originally,
she might not have a signature. I'm not gonna say a signature. You can tell her. You can notice her. She don't look like everybody else. But I guess you're missing why I'm asking that question is because think about when you first seen FNF. When you first seen that video, she stood out because the way she looked crazy. She looked like a hood joint. She looked broke. But the song cranked like shit. The way they look made the video of things. So it's kind of like, did you switch your jump to? I mean, again. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not with Glorilla. I can't sit here and say too soon because at this point, Glorilla maybe like a mainstream household type of name and feel to it. And again, realistically, think about when we say sometimes the power of the internet.
And the power of, again, when people don't want to give Young Miami enough credit, Young Miami then made 2 motherfucking megastars tap out and not put out their songs that they probably felt like was going to be heat. Because if Glorilla ain't put that fucking song out that she viewed, did she sit here and put on her social media junk with whatever was supposed to be ass out or titties out, all summer abs out, whatever the case may be, and people was in the comment section like, nah, you're a couple of months too late, you can keep it because of Young Miami. Because to me, this would have been the perfect week to put that song out if you really felt like you was going to drop that song. So for you to pull back now, it's like, and you in the South, nigga, summertime basically over. I'm sure in the summertime, they got to go back to school in 2 weeks, if that. Because I know they go back early August. So it's like the summer over, dog. And again, I feel like Meg kind of just went like, I'm cool, y'all got it. Like, I'm just like, I was going to put the song out. People was looking for the song, but then she kind of probably felt the rumor. I like this Young Miami summer. Let her rock out. I'm cool. I think Meg is big enough that she can afford to take an L on that song. I don't necessarily know if Glorilla can really take an L on that song. Now, cool, she may not care because, I mean, her and Brandon Ingram still going. They look extremely happy. I seen her at one of them games. I'm not going to lie to you. Money really do people a lot of justice. Bro, I seen Glorilla at that Summer League game with Brandon Ingram, and I was like, bro, Glorilla real live right now look like a basketball wife. Like, she look like she do not have to put up a nigga. Like, the way Glorilla look right now, it ain't too many niggas who wouldn't shoot her club above off the rip. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Shout outs to Brandon Ingram. Sometimes when I see certain niggas, I be like, you got a different level of discipline because I'm not gonna hold you. The way Glorilla looked like walking across that goddamn Summer League game, I was like, yeah, you got one, Brandon Ingram. I ain't gonna lie. I still remember what Glorilla used to look like, but right now, that Summer League Glorilla, yeah, she was hitting different. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if any of y'all seen that, but I guess we talked about the women for a long time, and this is a versus that I really wasn't caring to kind of even pay attention or talk about, but our younger brother sent it in the DM and he sparked up a nice little debate with me because I honestly really wasn't like YG in the game, like seeing them about to do a versus on July 23rd. That's next Thursday. Real? Yeah, it's real. It didn't move me to be like, oh, who gonna sit here and win? But he was kind of feeling like, what Game gonna do after he done his first album?
Shit, no Game.
That's what I said. But he was making it seem like, man, you tripping. YG just never really had his moment because he was kind of taking the backseat to Kendrick and.
But when it comes to rapping, the Game can rap.
No, but that's what he said. But he was sitting here saying, but Game don't make catchier songs than YG. The Game can rap better than YG. But if you talking about if we at that, we didn't pay the last couple of verses they done, it's been in a venue, so it's a crowd there. So having a catchy song sometimes may be in your favor.
But what we hate about Game and how he do a lot of corny and what's the name shit, like I said, it will be in his favor. It would definitely be in his favor.
Because I don't necessarily know how many people, like I feel like you got to be a YG fan to really know YG songs. Because let's be clear, YG biggest song is what? My Nigga, My Nigga? Hate It or Love It, I feel like beat My Nigga, My Nigga.
Game got a lot of songs that that's what I'm saying.
But I'm sitting here saying because you think about when most of the time when we talk about verses and you talking about like, okay, what's the song that this artist got that you kind of know for a fact this a win for them? I don't. If Game holds on, Hate It or Love It, the underdog on top, or what's the How We Do? If he play one, he can hold on to both of them Jones. And I feel like realistically, it depends
Jesus
on
piece. Like he has. That's what I'm saying. The Game has songs. I don't. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like YG and all that, but I don't. Like I said, Game is Game. I wouldn't say it's a clean because, like I said, I mean it's in the West Coast. I think you just going off the vibes and all that.
Well, both of them are on the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. Performance wise, I don't. I think the Game is going to just. The Game is just going to do what Game does, and I think that's what will give him more of the because just off of him his shots or him, shit like that. I think that will give him the upper hand. Him throwing his little shots and his shit like
because I feel like to me the only guaranteed hit that YG really got that I feel like people, if you're not a YG fan, is My Nigga, and you can't perform F Donald Trump. Like you can't do that.
Shit, why can't you?
I mean, you can. I mean, I guess. I mean, that's your. I mean, that to me is probably your. If you playing spades, those is I guess your two big. They're your big joke and your little joker. So, all right, cool. After them two, then what?
YG got some joints. He's feet.
So what? Tooted and booted.
And that's what I'm saying. His feet.
We talking about the game, though. The game got a classic album under his belt.
But that's what I'm saying. But
a nigga can pull from a classic album, and he got jokes with him and Lil Wayne. They go crazy.
Right. The joint with Drake.
Yeah, but I think sometimes one thing that people have learned, I guess, about doing these verses, and you got the Drake jump, you kind of need Drake to come out for them jumps because Drake kind of set the tone for that song. You talking about that? When you talking about that? What's that? It's a keep it 100.
Yeah.
Drake on the hook, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you need. What do you need Drake to come up for?
You kind of just. I feel like he just bring that. Just I don't know.
Oh, we've never seen Drake perform anywhere. That would be the. Why would he come out?
No, I'm not sitting here saying he will, but I don't necessarily know if that song hits as hard without him coming out.
It do.
But again, so I guess for people who may want to watch it, to come out is this Thursday, January 6:30. What's that? West Coast time. So that's 9:30 our time.
Oh, so that's why DJ here said they need to bring it back to the West Coast. I didn't know.
Yeah, so I
saw it at what's name, but I didn't know that was real.
Yeah, because I guess this on the Versus page. It looked like an AI fly. Yeah, this on the Versus page is the junk that I'm reading off right now. Real quick, because we did talk about the dog, John. I do want to play this dog clip.
We could talk about how he could have avoided this and all this crap, right? But this is what we really need to talk about. Stop getting dogs that you do not need. Stop it. Dogs are purpose driven. This is what those dogs were bred to do. So if you don't hunt boar, don't get a Dogo Argentino. You don't need protection from pumas living in an apartment. You wanted a big, scary dog that you didn't need. And now that dog has become a liability and you possibly have to go through the other pain of putting them down. He wanted to go hunt boar. That's what he was bred to do. That's where his head is at. That's what we bred them to do. And then we take them out of that life and then we demonize them for being dogs. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Be responsible. Look up companion dogs and like dogs that were bred to be companions and get one of those. Because if you get one of these herding dogs, if you get one of these bullies, if you get one of these boar hunting dogs, if you get one of these guardian livestock dogs, you ain't got one sheep, goat, cat, nothing. You got a Great Pyrenees sitting in an apartment. Cut it out.
I do agree. I do agree with him on that one. Where I think realistically, you shouldn't buy a dog that, especially that's that big, and you live in an apartment, because them dogs ain't cheap neither. So again, you see, he's saying like buying a dog that costs more than where you actually live at is kind of nuts as well. And it's like because you know how big that dog is, and you live in an apartment, and you live in an apartment where you're going up and down stairs, so you kind of know like realistically, sometimes you just may be like in other people's space, like how you gonna really maneuver with this big ass dog in an apartment building.
Oh, but I mean, the cost of dogs. I mean, what if you saying where you live? All dogs cost. I mean, ain't shit. Yorkie $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Like what dog?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I'm just saying, keep a dog like that. It costs a lot of money for the dog, and then it costs a lot of money to even upkeep the dog. Like you got to feed that dog. You can't feed that dog some little ass kibbles. You got to probably feed that dog like you feeding a grown ass adult.
Yeah. Well, our apartment complex don't allow you to have big dogs like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where this person live at, but that to me was just like again. But and I'm not gonna lie to you though, real quick, because and this is kind of staying on the wild animal situation. I didn't know that foxes could kind of really lock jaw. This was crazy. I was working off the late night out. Why was I at? Like I want to say maybe I was in like I think I like Chevy Chase, Maryland or some shit like that. And I pulled over to the side to watch. I don't know if it was two foxes because I couldn't really tell what the other one was because the tail wasn't like a fox tail. I could tell the one that was winning the fight, but this jump like dog. I don't even know what made him let him go. And the reason why I think it was two foxes because the other jump when it finally got up, it just ran. But dog, I was watching this nigga lock his jaw and like literally it looked like he was taking life out of the other like fox's like body. Like you could kind of see the jaw, like his back leg was kicking up, but he was kind of just like. It was over for him. And I was just thinking like, damn, what if somebody was out walking like, again, like you're saying, like a Yorkie or a Chihuahua, something small that can't really defend itself. So I think realistically, I agree with what this dude's saying. But when I was thinking about that fox, it's kind of like, damn, I would be mad if I was like an older woman or older man. And then a fox just come out and I can't really run. and I got this little ass dog. How this dog gonna defend it? So I do think realistically you should get a dog on the size of the property you live in and the area you live in as well. Because if you live somewhere where it's a lot of wild animals, I ain't mad at somebody for having a dog that can kind of defend you against the wild animals. Because I was looking at that fox like that joint was. I'm talking like nigga, I didn't know that foxes could lockjaw and shit. Like nigga, he was literally trying to take the life out of whatever the other dog or fox he was fighting. He was trying to shake him to death. So again, like I said, that's just something that was again my little just animal take. Oh, real quick, matter of fact, my last animal take is the old man, and I should have talked about this last week because we were literally the video started to go viral last week when we was recording. The man with the bison. And I don't know really nothing about bison outside of it. Again, I used to listen to Joe Rogan a lot, and that used to be one of his main things that he used to like always talking about hunting bison and just sitting here saying, pause, how tender the bison meat was. So this was my first time actually ever seeing what a bison is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do respect people for hunting them Jones. Them Jones probably should be hunted because that shit was just too goddamn big. But again, sometimes we talking about like what white privilege really look like. That old man kind of really just showed his privilege where he thought that this bison couldn't fuck with him. Because like when the junk tried to get up and he fell down, like you should have left then. But for you to wait for this nigga to kind of get back up and then try to charge you, and then you think you was about to outrun this nigga, and you try to run, and like shout out to that bison because his hunting skills was A1 because the old man tried to fake like juke him through the trees, and the bison kind of like was on his lockdown defender shit. He was like, nah, you gonna run, I'm gonna chase you, nigga, I'm gonna get you. And he got that nigga and he hit that nigga and sent that nigga 8 feet into the air, dog. Like again, all I could do was laugh, but I felt for the old man because I'm like, dog, I couldn't imagine getting hit that high in the that shit almost like getting hit by a car. Like that nigga went flying in the air. And you gotta think about it. Fuck how hard it felt when the bison actually hit you. Think about how you going up in the air 8 feet. That's like damn near almost like if you go stand on the top of on a basketball court and you jump down off the rim. And you just land on the smack on the back of your back or on the side of your body. Like, nigga, that shit ain't no joke. It still was funny because you just had the audacity to act like this bison was supposed to just let you just do whatever the fuck you want. The nigga gave you a warning. Like he tried to get up the first time and then you fell back down. When that nigga moved the first time, I would have packed it up. But again, that's just stupid. It's white people who just playing stupid games with stupid prizes. It's just some shit that I don't understand. Like, if I guess I could have one power, I would want to sit here and say, like, what goes through their brain when they just feel like they can just do whatever and shit gonna be sweet? Because that's at your mind to watch that bison, like, he try to get up and then he fall back down. Then you see him trying to get back up again and you don't run? And then when you see him getting up and he started to rush towards the white truck and you could have used the truck as a pick and roll to get the fuck out of there, you still stood right there until the truck left.
Stupid can't get stupid problem.
Man, shit, that nigga's an idiot. I guess let's go to.
I would have kept running out the field. Like when you went around, you should have just kept going up.
Yeah, like
because you would have beat him going. Just keep going.
Maybe you would have beat him. I don't know how fast he was because the old nigga couldn't really. Because the girl got out of there. I don't know which way that girl ran, but it was two people. It was the old man and he was there. It looked like he was there with his granddaughter. His granddaughter got the fuck out of Dodge. But this old nigga, he just kept like, man. Shout out to that bison. Real quick, something that I think realistically as I don't necessarily know how many kids and parents have these conversations. I think Stephen A. Smith, I mean, of course, his daughter is extremely funny, so she maybe can be able to get off with this one. But if I just, for any younger people who may be listening to this, you got to play this one a little bit better, especially when your parents really got bread. Like, even if I'm Stephen A.'s daughter, where you kind of should have just been like, I'm going to take care of you. You ain't got to go to no home, dog. But for her to sit here and say this, maybe there's some shit a daughter can get away with. I don't think a son could, though.
You need to find me my own house.
You really are on drugs.
You need to find me an Amex card. You need to find me more clothes. You know what I mean? Like there's so much to build. Like how you said you're still going up. We can go up together. This doesn't have to be a you thing. It can be a we thing.
And then when I'm older and I have nothing,
nursing home,
and I need you to take care of me, home. You can't do that.
Nursing
You're not going to do that.
2 words, Dad.
Nursing home. So you put your dad in the nursing home.
Nursing home. Well, what else would I do? Take care of you myself?
How about that? Or put me in your home and have 24-hour nursing assistant.
In my house?
Yeah, why not?
With my kids? And my car? And my husband? And my pool? And my guest room?
I'm just your dad.
Exactly.
The one that made it all possible.
I would love you from a distance, Dad. You know I love you from a distance. We better that way.
So I guess my question is, can you only say that because that's your daughter? Like, that to me is just kind of fucking nuts. Like, you asking for this man to sit here and look, one, I wouldn't know who you was if it wasn't for Stephen A. Smith. And whatever 9 times out of 10, whatever you accomplish in life, no disrespect, it's going to be because of your dad threw you a good ass alley-oop. So for you to sit here and say that I'm going to sit here and put my dad up in a fucking nursing home, to me it's crazy, and you still need him because you're still young as shit right now. So you to sit here and say that, like, when you get to that, like, if you waited maybe 20 years from now and y'all get to that point and Stephen A. kind of like about to tap out or something, he needs somewhere to stay and you want to put him in a nursing home, maybe okay, cool, if you try to pull that wool over his eyes. But I think that to me is kind of like, I'm never a nursing home fan and just in general, because if you pay attention to how like even the Metro Access people be treating some of these people, or even when you get some of these people to have like nurses who kind of take care of them, like, man, that should be hit or miss, dog. If you get somebody that actually care about their job, they may take care of your people, but sometimes you get them nurses that just there for a paycheck and they ain't doing no above and beyond for your parents. So it's like, then that's gonna question, like, how much do you really love your parent? And if you had a good parent, like if your parent really held you down and really helped you out and you never had to understand what the struggle was ever in life, are you gonna still throw your parent up in a nursing home?
You would think not, but some of these kids think different.
Yeah, that shit crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, my only like nursing home, like where it's no like I can't really care for you type of like how depending on how your health wise, like because I rather somebody if somebody's dead, you know what I'm saying? Like
I guess okay, I'm with you. It probably depends on how bad it get, where it's like, do you need professional care? Like if somebody got like, let's say like dementia. Because I listen to DJ Envy used to talk about that a lot because his mother-in-law had dementia. And of course, and DJ Envy can afford to bring his mom in and his mother-in-law stay with them, and they can afford to, you know, have like help come in the house, like what Stephen A saying, like, okay, well, the mom could just come in and live with DJ Envy and them, and he'll have a nurse, because he explained like that shit get really difficult, and you got to have the real mental capacity to deal with somebody who may not remember who you are the next day. Like you can go above and beyond and take care of them and just wipe their butt yesterday, and then tomorrow they don't even remember your name. So I think sometimes that kind of get a little bit difficult, sure. But if you just see here saying like, I just got an old parent and my parent just may move a little bit slower now, I'm just not a fan of just saying, hey, get on the Metro Access.
Yeah, that should be crazy. Even putting them in an Uber and shit.
Yeah, like, and I'm sorry, because let's be clear, the way some of y'all feel about putting kids in there, I respect people who just you busy and you just need your 10-year-old to jump in the Uber so they can go to school more than I respect y'all sitting here putting your 80 and 90-year-old parents in it. Cause that fucking like you don't like that shit be for like them people are old, like that shit. I don't know. Just me personally, I feel differently for old people because dog, I watch even when you're in the grocery store. If you go to the grocery store and you see how old people be moving around, and I be like, fuck, they don't got nobody to sit here and hold them down. Like just I have different type of compassion for older people because that shit just be I be feeling bad for them because they in the grocery store and they be moving so fucking slow. No, and just be like,
and that's why I say I get what you said, but then it's like. Oh, it's a tricky. Like I said, when you say somebody putting somebody's kid in there, like I said, you don't know the person, and then you say you putting your elder in there, you don't know the person, so you like their temper, like they might be moving slow or whatever the case.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. To me, the kid is more respectable than the older person because the older person is just like when you talk about you to that point where they don't even know how to fucking call their own shit, and you got to call it for them, and they getting in the car, and again, if your people's moving super slow or they in a wheelchair or they got to walk or anything, like I'm just me personally, it's no way in hell that I'm going to be comfortable with sitting here. My mother and father, I don't give a fuck how much I complain about my dad when we was kids. I'm not letting my dad go outside like that, dog. I'm cool. If he need me to do anything, I told him that when we talked about this before, when my dad was laying in the hospital, I told him I don't give a fuck what appointment or what it is. Put your weak ass pride to the side, dog. I promise you, I will show up every fucking time if you need me to. I get it. You a man, so you're going to have your ego, so a certain shit you just don't want me to be there for. You don't want to sit here and say that. But, dog, I just cannot, just me personally, I can't sleep at night knowing that I'm sitting here relying on some fucking body else to do something that I could do. Yeah, you may lose out on a couple of dollars, but again, I get it. I understand. Some of y'all put money up again ahead of your parents or whatever the case may be. I'm just speaking for me personally. I could not fucking do that shit. That shit breaks my heart every time I see an old person somewhere by themselves, and I'll be like, damn, where the fuck is their kids or where their grandkids at?
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's a tricky situation.
No, listen, I get it because the people got bills, and sometimes your life situation may be so fucked up that you can't really help your parents. I understand it. I'm not sitting here trying to be judgmental. I'm just sitting here saying, if you can, I think that you should sit here and pay, even when you out and about, just pay attention to how some of these old people be moving around and just ask yourself, like, damn, like, they don't got nobody to fuck with them.
But that's why I just, because like, even like if I put them in an old folks home, or, you know, one of them, it's other people around that's like them. Mm-hmm. It's not like you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not in a natural, you know what I'm saying? Like, you all, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's a community. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. I get it, like with the nurses and all that type of shit, you know, shit can happen. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it might just be a comfort thing too.
No,
like,
I get if your parents ask to be put in one of those places, then cool. But I'm sitting here saying, if you got the choice and it's up to you, and your parent be like, if I can stay with you, or you can come in and sit here and stay with me and just hold me down until I'm gone, where it's like, again, man, again, as a nigga, I done fuck with girls who worked at them jobs, and they'll be telling you where it be like, some of them take their job serious, and then it be motherfuckers just there for a paycheck. Yeah, you're right. And now you kind of leaving it up to the odds, where you damn near, it's like you shooting dice, where it's like you pray and hope that your parent get somebody who love their job and passionate about taking care of old people, or your parent may get the person who just there for a paycheck. And maybe sitting in their shit for like 2 days now, because their person don't care about changing their shit, because they the only person that got to go in that room. So if they can kind of maneuver on that smell, they ain't coming, and you ain't visit. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, the person who leave and put their parent in a home, you ain't going to go see your mom and dad every day.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So even putting in her scenario, right? Stephen A is Stephen A, right? Mm-hmm. He's rich, whatever the case may be. Now, let's say she's not, you know, she don't live like how you live.
But listen to what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying though. Stephen A is so rich, his daughter is going to, she don't gotta work. She can be cool off of whatever Stephen A leave her.
But some people might like, well, I don't want that money. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Hulk Hogan's daughter, like she didn't want none of his money or his and her. Like she didn't want that. So that's what I'm saying. You have some kids who like, no, I don't want that. How you earned your money, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be against it. So that's what I'm saying. But then, would you want to be in that living situation? Like, damn, I'm in a project. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm living in this. You know what I'm saying? Let's say 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a bird. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I personally just don't know. I don't know. That one kind of get tricky. I honestly don't know. I don't have the answers to that one. I hope I didn't delete this. Fuck, I think I did. I gotta look his name. What was the baseball dude name who just won the jump?
The first black guy, something like that.
Yeah, I thought I sent it to myself. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, real quick, I guess let's talk about because I'm trying to look and see if did I send the jump to myself. Maybe I did. I thought I did. I'll look for it in a minute though. Let's go to the shower real quick. Let's go to the shower. Let's go to the shower. We could just warm it up with my girl from the weekend watch. The shower.
Toussaint came in there and said, clean up, everybody, everywhere. Ooh, I was cheering real loud when they got to rummaging through little leash stuff. But damn, when they did not go to that backyard, I was pissed. But oh, how the mighty fall. First of all, this was the most well-lit episode out of the season. So thank you for that. Joy be so dark, I sometimes think that my LASIK is reversing. I told y'all Emmett would tell Keisha it was tearing him up too bad to keep holding that in. And who better to help him with that confession than Mama Jada. Instant tears. I loved that she visited Emmett in his dreams, because early in the season, that was a conversation him and Darnell had. So I'm glad he got that moment. But I knew when he woke up, he was going to tell. And it broke my heart to see Keisha's heart literally break getting that information, because like I've said, this goes far beyond Nuck. And yes, she is harping on Nuck a few bucks, a little too much. But this moment of hurt has to do with Tiff. Here she's thinking they have the sisterhood and real friendship. And now it all feels like a lie, along with everything she's doing for her. But baby, she had more of a level head than me, because I would have drugged Tiff across the whole top, sides, and bottom of that kitchen island. My question is, do we think they can come back from this? And speaking of little leash, girl, shut up. She be so pressed to pull that little BB gun out every chance she get. Ain't nobody scared of you, girl. She irked every ounce of my soul coming in that house with that attitude. Were you not the same one driving in the snow like Sheila to drop Devontae off with his daddy because you couldn't handle him? Now all of a sudden it's a problem? Nah, I'm going to tell you what the real problem is.
And congrats on the wedding.
Is that what this is about?
That wedding news hit her right here in the middle of her chest. And now she's trying to use the only piece of power that she has. Because if she didn't care, she wouldn't have brought it up in the first place. So I'm glad she came to her senses, because that whole I'm mama, hear me roar moment was stupid. I love to see Jake, Ridge, and Victor have this moment together at their mom's place. Grief can divide and it can heal. And that was needed for all of them. Darnell, shut up. Ain't nobody trying to steal that big ass earpiece. Oh my gosh, he be stressing me out. But I'm so glad he got Miss Watchback. Lene and Bacardi, I need y'all to pack faster. Matter of fact, just buy all new shit, because we still ain't seen Rafi's ass, and I'm really nervous about that. But I absolutely love to see Shad give him his flowers with his book. And what better way than to give it with the Shad Boys 2.0? Also, I'm so happy for Shad. He's a good dude. And ever since he got out like seasons ago, he's been trying to change his life and get right, even though he's made not the best decisions. But he's getting there. The new job, the house, the relationship with patients. He truly deserves all the good things happening for him. Papa is back, y'all. Every recap, y'all be asking about Papa and these babies. What y'all want these babies to do? They are there, but we are trying to make sure everything else is okay. So stop bothering them. I've been saying it for weeks that Smitty is a problem. It's giving Bishop vibes. He got the juice now and don't know how to act. And I need Penny Proud to leave him alone. I don't even like this link up. Victor, shut up. Shut up. Slim, I have not yelled at him that much since he moved that body. Every time you in that house, you making a decision that benefits everyone but you. But let's get to why we are really here. Rowdy Reg, the reckless brother that walked off the bus in those black Air Force Ones, wreaking havoc on all of Chicago. A couple of you all said a while ago, you thought he would be the one to take the fall. And then when I had you vote the other day, most of you voted for the backyardigans. But I'm not mad at this. It gets him off the streets, away from everybody, and it has him pay a debt to Jake and Victor that was owed a very long time ago. He did pull him on heartstrings, though, because we've seen him try to find this heart that he hides. And there is another side of him. It's just unfortunate he couldn't see it in himself sooner to share it with everyone. But the dead has risen. The flower bed has unearthed and Nuck is free. I do wish Tiff had took the fall, just because I don't like how she's been acting and she needed more than just her bed flipped upside down. But one episode left. I actually have the episode. They sent it to me, but I want to watch it with y'all. So look out this week for the info on how we are going to make that, happen. I don't know how we're going to do it. It may just be a Zoom and we just all watch. But listen, I'm not staying up till 3 a.m. We're going to have to do it on Friday and just pick a time. Oh, and make sure you tap in with me Monday, because I'm going live again. And I have some very special people that you just might want to see. All right.
So again, this last episode of The Chi, this is episode 9, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Realistically, for me, with The Chi, it's like it has parts in this episode 9. It had parts in it to me that made me kind of be like, this is why people like The Chi. This is why people watch The Chi for so long, because you have moments where it's like, oh, it's like real substance in the joint. Even when like he locked up and Shorty come and visit him and he like, well, I don't have nobody. Tiff got the baby and then she all the, you got me and this, that, and the third. Like you have those little moments where it's like, all right, cool. Then you got the moment, like to me, the joint that kind of was like almost a tearjerker was when Donnell was telling Rashad he was gonna give him the space. And they had that little moment and you kind of like, you fighting back tears, like, and you getting to see men have like how men kind of deal with their emotions, because it's like he want to cry, like, no, you just gave me a house. And he like, why? Like he kind of, because he ain't never, like since he's been home, he really never had anything go right for him. Think about all the times where he kind of like, he'll catch a break and then it'll go completely back down. So to kind of get this situation where it's like, okay, somebody really looking out for you and sitting and really helping you see like, okay, Shorty help you get a job. Now they're about to help you get somewhere to stay, where it kind of helps you become a man where you can sit here and now, like, I got a house with Shorty and her kid, come and move in with me. So you have those little moments where it's like, this is why people like The Chi. Like I stand firm on like I didn't feel like The Chi needed to go as left as they kind of did with some of the just the actual like the street stuff and then like all of the like the rah like shoot 'em up bang bang shit. Because I feel like The Chi was kind of, to me, what The Chi was built on is those moments between Donnell and Rashad where he giving you this home and y'all just super emotional, but you're doing the emotional thing like men do it. Like you fighting back your tears and you ain't trying to be like over like sappy with it. You kind of just like, you being men, but you still trying to fight through and show your real emotions. That was one of the reasons why I'm like, this is why I like The Chi though. Like this is one of the reasons why I like The Chi. Even with Emmett, with him and his dad having a joke, do I think that Emmett should have to and told Keisha that I think you could have took that to the grave on y'all. Like that to me was just like that to me, I felt like that was Emmett being selfish.
How?
Because it was like, because Tiff didn't do this. She didn't kill Nuck out of just pure evilness. She was revenging the death of Rob. And she kind of did it because the nigga said here, you played in my face, basically. You killed my baby father, and you sat here and tried to like play like replacement dad, like you wasn't the one who did it. Like you trying to step up and be the great like dad to my unborn child, where you didn't have to do this if you didn't kill my baby father. Like even for again with Keisha with the shit, man, Keisha, like I'm sorry, I'm cool. Like I hate Keisha so fucking much. Even when they was doing the flashbacks, I kept saying like, damn, I'll kind of wonder sometimes, because I understand how social media is, and I understand that people they will lose their mind if you be like, oh, Emmett real soulmate really probably was Tiffany, because when you kind of looking back at the flashback moments and how young they were and the kind of for them to grow. And it was kind of like with Lala's bitch ass character kind of robbed them of their marriage for real, because she felt like she had to tell him like, oh, me and Emmett slept together a couple of times. Like she fucked the whole shit up. But you think about how like they really went through their ups and downs, and they was kind of like growing, where Tiff kind of didn't get the best version of Emmett, where Keisha kind of got it, where it's like, and she obviously keeps showing you like you don't have no compassion. Like Keisha don't have no compassion for Tiff because you found out your baby father that you didn't know was your baby father for majority of your kid life. Now you sitting here feeling like she took something from you. What the fuck did I take from you? Nigga, Emmett was this little boy father before you did whatever blood test you had to do because the little boy was sick. Like, to me, again, I think just people sit here and want to say, oh, Emmett and Keisha deserve to be together. I'm just going to say the thing out loud because she dark-skinned. Because if it was two light-skinned girls, would you sit here and say you feel like Keisha is really Emmett's soulmate? Fuck no. Especially not the way she acting about Nuck death. But people going to sit here, okay, oh, you going to force, they got to be together because he light-skinned and she dark-skinned, so you don't want to see the light-skinned bitch win. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta just, because Keisha be pissing me off. I'm not sitting here trying, like, I understand, like, at this point right now, Keisha got the fucking complexion for the protection for the complexion for the protection right now, because y'all only going to sit here and force this bullshit Keisha and Emmett shit on me because Keisha is fucking Dawson. Because if these was two caramel or two light-skinned girls, y'all would sit here and say, realistically, the real soulmate for fucking Emmett is fucking Tiff, and Tiff got robbed of this version of Emmett because fucking Lala stupid ass.
She didn't want because she wanted, remember they was married, she wanted to do the open marriage.
Because he kept cheating on her.
He had stopped. But by the time
you stopped after fucking Lala told me that y'all was in the fucking Smokey's fucking.
No, I thought he stopped before. I mean, that was like,
no, it was then that he stopped. He was fucking Lala, and then he was sitting here, and she couldn't take it, and she got mad because he proposed in front of fucking Smokey's in front of her, and she felt like, oh, I'm helping him build up Smokey's and this, that, and the third, and he got the nerve to propose to this bitch in front of me. So then you sit here and be a hating ass bitch, and now your character ain't even on the show no more, and you fucked up their marriage. She did that shit. Again, y'all robbed fucking Tiffany and Emmett of their real love story to sit here, and then this nigga to sit here after she get fucking kidnapped, and he sit here got to come and be her fucking support dog, and now you sitting here telling me this nigga was your support dog for no fucking reason because you still complaining and crying about fucking Nuck, and this nigga was a cold-blooded fucking killer.
But wasn't they the first couple? Or wasn't they, that was his first? Or his first? I mean, her first?
Who was Emmett Keisha's first?
Yeah.
I think he was. But that was, oh man, that shit was just blew me. I ain't gonna lie to you. And again, and you know the crazy thing is, I mean, of course, I don't want to sit here and say F the baby moms, because she did end up giving into it. But that to me was kind of like, I'm sure that conversation is way harder for certain moms, because I guess I would look at her crazy and she was just like, okay, cool, take my kid. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you brought him here for a reason. So why you sit here act like you need him back now?
I don't know. Some of the episodes, I mean, some of the scenes we didn't really need. Like, we didn't need her to come back. We didn't need Karuchi and Kyla Pratt. Like, some of the stuff we didn't need.
Yeah, those characters is kind of just like pointless. And then even again, when we sitting here saying we're just like, even with Kyla Pratt, like, man, why the fuck are you bailing this nigga out of jail for?
That's what we don't. Why? Who cares? Like, what is coming to that? I didn't.
And then he trying to fake give her, like, nigga, I just bailed you out of jail. Now you trying to fake kick game to me, like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be mad if I was him. Then, well, bitch, go back into jail and go give me my fucking money. Then sit your bitch ass back in there since you fucking want to be all high and mighty and tell me what I shouldn't have did with my money that a nigga left me. And did he get? Then the nigga he dead, right? Or he ain't? Did he leave or he dead? Kyla Pratt, whoever quote unquote husband supposed to be.
I don't know if he went into like protection, witness protection. He's not dead though.
Oh yeah, man, that shit was blowing me. I'm with you. I'm cool. I didn't necessarily need the. I'm cool on the Karuchi shit. She just be saying like random horny shit all the time. Where it's like, and then how she stay on the show, and then what happened to the brother that she was fucking?
He ain't been on this. He ain't been on this one at all.
He ain't been on, and they kind of low key got rid of Pop Out. Like he just there. He just pop up randomly, get like 2 lines an episode now. And it's packed up for him too. Like you give again, that's my point where I'm sitting here saying y'all can't tell me that the Shy just kind of went too far left with the street shit.
Niggas still on there?
They on there, but they not on there for real. So that's my point because they tried to like. To me, is like if you know that this was gonna be the last season, why did you try to add on so many extra street dudes where you could have kind of just leaned in on the characters who was already there?
You could have built it up. You could have had Papa killing up.
Exactly. You could have gave us some type of storyline around the people who was originally there. Like you slowly kind of pushing them off the show where it's like you can't build up new characters on the last season. What fucking sense do that make? Like that's like if we was watching Raising Kanan and they just go completely from rock, fucking jukebox, Marvin and fucking Kanan. They just go to some completely different people. Like what the fuck is the point of this? Again, that's why I say I get it. I understand people don't really want to critique the Shy. But I'm going to critique the Shy because they just went too far. Like, stick to what's. I'd rather you sit here and just say, fuck the show as a whole. Season 7 should have just been the last one, and you could have closed that one off with the moms dying, and we could have all just cried our eyes out, and you could have left it like that. But to go back to now to make season 8, like, we was already on the fence with season 7, but before to come back to season 8 was just complete bullshit, dog. I'm cool. Like, I'm mad as shit that Raising Cane ain't come on this week. But I get what 50 Cent be doing. He be trying to string his shit along so he can kind of usher in a new show. So he do got that new fight show to come on this week. I guess
is that a show or a movie?
It's a show. It's a show. I guess that's because we kind of talked about health. Matter of fact, before we get into health, let's go basketball real quick. Let's go to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand that the NBA be trying their hardest. You can't sit here and tell me who the face of the NBA until LeBron retire after that shit that Adam Silver did. So for people who don't know, LeBron James is still not declared what team he wants to go play for as a free agent. And Adam Silver came out he was at Fanatics Fest. Again, shout out to Michael Rubin. He does Fanatics Fest every year around this time in New York City. And I want to say it's almost a 4-day event this year. I think normally a 3-day event, and normally Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to say they stretched it out this year. So it was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And of course, I mean, so he came out and basically was like, no, I can't do I'm gonna just be honest. We can't finish the NBA schedule until we know what team LeBron James is going to play for. Because that's going to determine what TV, what's going to be the opening day TV games. That's going to be the Christmas games. I respect Adam Silver for saying it because, I mean, realistically, it's business. I sit here and say that all the time when we talk about the WNBA. I know for a fact that the fucking people who bought them fucking Chicago Sky games be mad as shit now that Angel Reese don't play for the fucking Chicago Sky. So I ain't mad at Adam Silver. Like, we still got all these new Amazon Prime, NBC. We got all these shits. I cannot sit here and just give niggas a random ass team like when I should be giving them the return of LeBron James to Cleveland or LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo Ball. I get it. I respect them. Now, people probably look at it like, damn, niggas ain't never heard nobody say that. But again, sometimes we kind of just, I think we all live in the social media world where everybody tries to validate their opinion and give their own little false of like delusion on what's going on in actual business. Nigga, LeBron James is still the fucking needle mover. LeBron James still, when he played on the West Coast, niggas stayed up and watching some of those Lakers games because LeBron James played there. Because if LeBron James was just and you got them, he doing this shit at 40, when the nigga about to be 42, dog. You let a 42-year-old nigga still get to dictate where he going to play and how the TV games is going to come on Christmas Day and this, that, and the third. You got to sit here and give this nigga a different level of respect. I don't care how y'all niggas try to downplay it and act like LeBron James ain't really him and ain't been him for the last 23 or 24 years, however many years it been now that he been playing in the NBA. He's still him, dog. I don't care if he not your favorite player. Sometimes you just got to be able to sit here and say, fuck my opinion. This nigga's really him. And Adam Silver proved it to y'all, was like, nigga, we ain't putting out no schedule until we figure out where the fuck LeBron James going. So again, shout out to LeBron James. Shout out to Adam Silver. I guess because I just mentioned LeBron James, I can't play this interview of the young lady, Jazzy, because she, again, shout out to her. She gets some of the greatest fucking interviews to be so young. I kind of, she's one of those people you kind of watch and want to see how do they get to structure her career the older she gets, because it's like, damn, where do you go from like where she at now? Because at such a young age, you talking about this her second time interviewing Jay-Z. This her second or third time interviewing LeBron James. It's like, You know how many motherfuckers who been like doing radio or media shit for decades and ain't never got a Jay-Z interview, ain't never got a LeBron James interview. So it's like for her, she's so young now. I kind of just wonder, like, damn, like 10 years from now when she's an adult, like,
I think she still gets it. I think you get better at it.
But like, I guess in what space do you go to now? Because right now it just kind of live on the like, oh, it's so cute, little 6-second interviews via social media. But to kind, I guess, to change it really into like a real business, and you're just gonna eventually have to become a show. It's either gonna be a TV show, it's gonna be a podcast, it's gonna be something where like the older she get, you're gonna have to change it to something where she can really make it like long form content.
So what you saying? You don't think she can keep doing?
No, I'm not saying she can't keep doing it. I just want to see how she's going to do it. That's all I'm just saying.
What's going on, guys? It's Jazzy, and today we're here once again with LeBron James. Mr. James, how are you doing today?
What's going on, Jazz? How you been?
I've been great.
Good to tap in with you again. 1 year later?
1 year later, exactly. All right, so life in the NBA means constant time away from home and long stretches of time, away from your kids as well and from your family. How have you been able to find balance between your professional career and having family time and having that time to spend time with your kids?
Well, I mean, the best thing I have support, and my wife, Savannah, does a great job of when I'm out, playing my sport or doing my job, she holds the household down. She's the queen of the kingdom. So that definitely helps tremendously. And our family wouldn't be as tight as we are without her. So, and then when I come home, I try to implement myself into it, but it's all her.
Absolutely. I mean, those are the parts of having a great career like that.
Absolutely.
And pursuing greatness often means giving up on certain pieces of your normal life.
For sure.
So when you look back on your journey, what's the biggest personal sacrifice that you have made, and how do you feel about that choice today?
Yeah, I would say just like doing things that you would love to do with like your friends. Like you want to hang out with your friends a lot sometimes, and when I was younger, I had to sacrifice maybe not going out with them because I had to get up and work out the next day or, train and things of that nature. So you got to sacrifice a lot of like fun in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And if you do that, then the fun will be there on the back end.
Thank you so much. Everyone, I'm here once again with LeBron James. And until next time, jazzing out. Thank you so much. What's going on, guys?
I do want to play her joint with Jay-Z, and then we can get into. I do want to highlight the baseball thing. And real quick, while we're talking about just how great sometimes marketing and promotion get, and I think people don't understand in real time when you living in the actual marketing and promotion and you're not paying attention to what's going on and how much you're just being overly promoted something. Just think about the FIBA. If you actually took time, and again, I stand firm on this, even when I played the clip of the gentleman who won the baseball thing, where I see him say, I live in a majority black city and state, but again, there's certain shit that I know people just don't watch, and I know niggas don't talk about certain shit, and I can tell the difference when somebody spent a lot of money to turn up the promotion and the marketing on it. And with the FIBA shit, they turned up the promotion and the marketing, and you seen black people kind of just sit here and start to buy and wear soccer jerseys and shit like that. Because I remember at one point in time, the only soccer jerseys that kind of really rung off was like the random like colorful Jones that Adidas may had in an Adidas store. Because it was just so like those jerseys just was completely different. But I'm talking about now, it was just like niggas was like real live, like whatever countries that they was going for, they was buying the jerseys. And again, I think it's just going to like it was not a sports channel you can turn to, and they were not talking about the FIBA shit. And you could tell again when we seen somebody like Steven.
I would say like since the Messi and Ronaldo thing became, like they became I feel like more people been wearing those. No,
for sure. Those two, because those two are realistically. I mean, again, even if you're going off of social media, those are two realistically the most followed athletes. Period. So again, I do understand that, but I don't think realistically, because I'm watching like ESPN, like nigga Steven, they be trying to talk about anything and everything. He wasn't talking to, like he went on vacation doing this FIBA shit. Fox Sports, I watch Nick Wright and them all the time. Like they literally took them niggas went on vacation. They like, and you think about how many big sport and shit that they could have been talking about. Them niggas was on vacation because Fox Sports put in the fucking the FIBA niggas to talk about this shit. So again, because realistically, this is not a natural American sport that we sit here and watch and sit here and like go gun hung over. And real quick, and after we talk about this, after I play the baseball, like, give me a second. I do want to sit here and play. People even talking about how expensive it is to play soccer. Why it realistically, it kind of it was a dude, I forgot which one. I played his clip. It was one of the dudes who work on one of these like Good Morning TV shows, and he was talking about for like his son, where it was like his son be balling out when he playing with all the white boys, but he was like, nigga, we live in California. He told his son, like, you ain't playing no real competition if it ain't no Spanish kids out here. So again, like I say, I just think realistically, it's just not it. Again, do America want it to become? Maybe they do. I don't. Again, I'll play this clip where some people feel like America don't want soccer to be be as popular as it is because it becomes more. They don't turn the profit as much as they get to. Because if you kind of getting people where it's not a popular sport, we could just make a bunch of profit because everybody outside of the USA watch it, but people in the USA really don't care about it. So we can kind of pay you whatever. So again, like I said, I'll play the clip and allow them to explain it a little bit more because I don't know too much about soccer, but I just know I paid attention to the sports shows, how it was like First Take wasn't First Take for a couple of weeks now because they was heavy on like covering the soccer shit. And First Things First, like that's Fox Sports, realistically, that's their bigger and most popular show. That shit was like a soccer joint at this point.
Come on, guys, it's Jazzy, and today we're here once again with Mr. Jay-Z. Mr. Jay-Z, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity that you gave me before, and I'm really appreciative for that moment. When it comes to opening doors for others, why has opening doors and creating opportunities for others been so important to you?
Great question. Because the world is so unbalanced, it's very important for those, including yourself, with platforms and microphones in your hand, to bring a bit more of equality to this world. So you have a huge responsibility. And it's actually, it's a pleasure that you get this opportunity and this platform to do what you do. So
Absolutely.
Keep doing it.
Thank you so much. What's going on, guys?
And real quick, and while we talking about Jay-Z real quick, just to kind of, I know people may have seen this conversation that was kind of floating around a little bit on the internet. Let me just tell y'all something. And I'm a huge 50 Cent fan. 50 Cent may be one of the only people you can play his album, and I feel comfortable, not saying, because y'all know I don't got no real rhythm, so I kind of will fuck up some of the words, but majority of the album, I can rap Get Rich or Die trying from beginning to end. Maybe a few songs I may skip just because it just ain't my cup of tea, like 21 Questions, I probably end up skipping that one. And it may be like, and I think, what was the Pimpin' song? I probably would skip that one too. But everything else, out of the rest of the album, I could probably rap word for word. Let me help y'all out. 50 Cent cannot do what Jay-Z just did 3 nights in a row. Could he do Yankee Stadium one night and probably sell it out? Absolutely. But will it become a weekend where niggas is flying out and making it like a weekend, like a staycation? I'm going to New York City for the weekend to go to all 3 Jay-Z concerts and people putting on the outfits, the Yankee fitteds and all that other. Listen to what I'm telling you. 50 Cent cannot do that. No way on God's green earth he can. Because I'm going to tell you why. And guess what niggas right now is still fiending and hoping and praying that Jay-Z puts out a new album. Niggas would not give a fuck if 50 Cent put out an album tomorrow. So let me just help y'all. Just
people were saying that 50 could have did better.
No, people were sitting here saying that they feel like 50, not even say people. Tony Yayo started the conversation and then it just trickled down on Twitter where he said he felt like the 50 Cent could do the same thing Jay-Z just did for 3 nights in a row at Yankee Stadium.
I mean, he probably could do it, but would it be impactful like that? No. He can do it, but would it be impactful? No.
It's not going to be impactful, and I don't necessarily know if he can do all 3 nights and them just be sold out. And
I don't think you can do it. I mean, like, I don't think it's hard. I mean, because you're from New York. It's in New York. So I don't think that will be a hard thing to pull out. You're going to bring guests. You're going to do, like I said, I don't think that will be a hard thing to do. But would it be iconic like that? No.
If you feel like it ain't gonna be iconic, then I don't necessarily know how you feel like he can do it.
But that's what I'm saying. Nights. I think, but more so, I think the iconic is because it was those albums. Like if he did the Get Rich or Die Trying, see, them other albums, I don't know if that was, you know what I'm saying, like that.
I mean, you proving my point, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm telling you.
I'm saying, but for him to get do a show sold out 3 nights in a row in Yankee Stadium, I think he could do that.
All right. Well, I mean, you feel that way. I don't. I just don't. I personally don't. I don't think he can do it. What was that? So I want to say I wanted to go baseball. But hold on, it was something. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to soccer real quick. Just play these 2 soccer clips before I go into the baseball part. Here we go.
Seeing with American soccer, the only kids that could play soccer in America are the ones who could afford it.
That's right.
You got to pay $2,800 in yearly fees. Every hotel, you're paying your coach to come coach you. I remember sometimes I was playing youth soccer. I was like, every parent on the team had to give the coach money for a stipend. It's like, why am I paying the coach to coach me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's already making money for being the coach as it is.
You think that's been the problem, LD?
It's part of it. It's part of it. So there was a study this is actually in 2016. I'm sure it's gotten worse. Like the gap's gotten bigger.
Right.
Of all the kids playing youth soccer, they broke down percentage-wise what the household income was of those kids. So the majority of the kids fell in their parents' household income was like $100,000 to $150,000. Okay.
only 2% of kids who were playing organized soccer in America came from households that made less than $50,000. Meaning, if you don't make $50,000, your kid cannot play organized soccer. And think about how many kids you're missing out on in this country because they can't afford to play the game. Now, somebody has to pay for it. Someone has to pay for the coaches. I get it. But what's happening now is clubs are just grinding every penny out of growing up, there is zero chance I could have played club soccer. My mom made $34,000 a year, single mom, raising 3 kids. So I would have had zero chance, but somebody let me on the team and paid for me. That's not a good system to create good players. How do you create good players by doing that? You can't.
Now you're seeing with Americans.
And one more, this was the dude I was talking about that worked at the news place.
Is the United States gatekeeping their best players from playing soccer? Watch this.
We don't want it to be the number one sport. We want it to be the most profitable sport. And so what they're doing is they're making money off of kids in the suburbs, but those kids in the city, and I've spent the last 10 years, because I got a kid who plays at the highest levels, and the last 10 years, I've watched how they really gatekeep. And some of these best kids from the city, my son's playing in Beverly Hills. He thinks he's Pele, right? And I'm like, dude, you can't play. So I take him into the city, in the hood, right? And I'm like, bro, let's go. Let's see what you do. And the guy's like, he can practice with us, but this is a program. It's free, and we have kids who can play. And I mean, they're dicing my son out. And it took him like 3 to 4 weeks before he even played a game as a 9-year-old. And I was like, that's the problem. How can you be playing in Southern California and there's no Latino kids? I was like, what? There's something weird going on. I was like, what's happening? U.S. soccer is gatekeeping, and they're keeping all these kids out of the cities, and the best kids we have, they're not getting through.
In the States, you hear pay to play a lot, but I didn't really look into it. So I kind of just threw this into ChatGPT. I had no idea that competitive travel soccer could be from $2,000 to $8,000 a year. It says here it's not uncommon for a family to spend $10,000 to $20,000 per year on one elite youth player. Who can afford that? And that's the difference between here in the States and then other countries like England, Spain, Brazil, and Argentina. See, I didn't know this, but over there, if a kid is talented enough to join the academy, the club, not the parents, the club pays for coaching, facilities, competition, other equipment, training, and even schooling. Meanwhile, here in the States, it's on the parents to fork up all this bread, all this training, they travel, the food. That's crazy. That's the difference right there. That's why we are not as good at soccer.
Again, so like I said, I just wanted to play those clips. I'm not going to bore y'all to death. So we'll get back. I'll come back into the baseball situation in a little while, and we can get into the gentleman who broke the records playing baseball. I do real quick. I mean, I guess we kind of one of the bigger stories, and people, again, this is one thing about being black. Black people will make jokes literally about any and everything. So one of the jokes right now is floating around the internet, and some people are like, hey, I got 10, 15 pounds I'm trying to lose. Go ahead and pass me a bag of what's this fucking lettuce. So for people, if you're living under a rock and you don't know what's going on with just the outbreaks of people having diarrhea, and let me just play you a couple of clips of people explaining how bad that diarrhea got.
It was pretty bad. It was bad. It's embarrassing how bad it was. It was really bad. There were moments where I was literally just camped out in the bathroom and like, I don't care. I'm just gonna lay on this floor. And there was like one night, I'm not a vomiter. One night I did have an episode of just like, that was actually the turning point where I was like, the next morning, I'm like, okay, we're going to the emergency room. Because I remember calling and my baby came in and she's like, what do you need? I was like, something for me to get this out in. So she's bringing me a trash can, and yeah, it was pretty bad. It was bad. It's not for the weak, I'll tell you that. And it's kind of scary to think like the effects that it would have on like elderly people or young kids or people who aren't healthy or already immunocompromised. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I couldn't keep any solid food down. I did everything. My friend joked and said I was eating like a sick dog because I even made I made homemade chicken and rice, homemade chicken and noodles. I couldn't eat any of it. Like I couldn't hold anything down. And I'm still actually on the antibiotics. Like I'm not fully recovered yet. I still have to go and get, follow-up labs because they want to make sure that my liver is, that my liver is repairing and that everything is kind of going back to where it needs to be.
Wow. And so I guess when you got the diagnosis, did you do a stool sample and it came back?
Yes, so they did. They had me do a stool sample. They said a lot of people aren't able to give them stool samples, but that's how bad mine was. I was able to give a sample, and it took, because they had to send it out to a special lab, it took several days to get it back, but I just got back a confirmation that I definitely did test positive for the parasite.
Yeah. When you got that back and you were, seeing on the TV that, oh, this parasite's going around, what were you thinking?
I was kind of creeped out because, when you think parasite, you think of like worms and bugs inside of you. So I was kind of freaked out. I was just happy that I did finally go to the emergency room and get the antibiotics so that I could.
So I guess my question for y'all is, again, I think the messed up thing, I guess, is for Taco Bell, because they kind of they almost like the poster child business that people kind of really pointing to and going to on the conversation on like, hey, you stay away from Taco Bell. Taco Bell got to take this lettuce out and they got to take this, that, and the third out of their food. Are y'all changing or paying attention to what you buying, or is it something that you stop buying until they kind of figure this out a little bit? Because they kind of saying that it's on lettuce. Lettuce is the go-to thing, but it's also on some fruits as well.
Only frozen fruits and vegetables.
And you know what's so crazy though, because it's like you could I guess it depends on how often you eat fruits and vegetables, where it's like if you can really tell the difference. Because again, I guess for most people, especially with the frozen fruit, most of the time, and again, especially if you're somebody heavy on smoothies, that's what even I don't give a fuck if you go to any of those big super, like probably what's this? I guess the biggest smoothie chain place, I guess, is what Tropical Smoothie. They use frozen fruits, so it's a little bit different because you kind of Smoothie King kind of most of the time be having like their shit should be looking fresh when they kind of drop their fruit in it. So they may be a little bit different. And maybe that's realistically why.
They all of them probably frozen.
I don't know. I haven't had Smoothie King in a minute, but I know at one point in time when Smoothie King wasn't as popular.
You ain't gonna be able to keep getting all that fresh fruit every day. Gotta be frozen.
I mean, you might be right. That's why I said that's why I said I don't know, but you could tell the difference between when you eat vegetables. Like when you eat fresh vegetables, you could tell how quick you use the bathroom compared to when you eat frozen vegetables. Like frozen vegetables don't come out your body as quick as it do when you eating fresh vegetables. And I guess that's my only beef with frozen vegetables, because it's just like I eat enough of both where I could just tell how quick it digests in your body when it's the shit that's frozen, and then you get in the fresh Jones. But then now it's like, damn, you kind of like, yeah, man, they just get so tricky because like, what the fuck are we supposed to do at this point? Like, if niggas trying to eat, you ain't supposed to eat processed food. You supposed to try to eat more healthier. Now you sit here saying if you eat healthier, like, because how many of us can really afford to sit here and you catch a goddamn, I guess a infection or whatever, where you got to sit on the toilet for 2 to 3 days straight? And think about it, if you at work and you trying to have a salad. Most people are like, hey, I ain't got time. Let me eat my salad real quick. Now you eat a salad when you at work, and now you gotta, how you gonna get out from home from work? You end up shitting on yourself at work. And they sit here saying it's that bad. Well, how you gonna leave work?
Stay away from it.
Like, think about somebody who got an hour drive at work. You eat a salad at work. Let's just sit here and let's play like just role play pause a little bit real quick. Like, think about you eat a salad at work and then you eat one of these bad salads. Well, now you got diarrhea. So now you got to sit. You know how embarrassing that would be. You got to be, your whole office gonna be calling you shitty. But
what if
what if it kick in later and you on the train? How you gonna get it? What you gonna do? You gonna shit on yourself on the train? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be honest. If I was on the train, I might just go ahead and shit myself. Like, if it's that bad, like the way they explain it, how bad it is.
You have no choice. You can't hold it in.
You may try.
You can try, but you're not gonna be able to hold it. If it's that bad,
and then okay, so if you driving, would you just pull over and just shit on the side of the road and just?
If you can.
Hell no, you can stop at a bathroom.
What if you
somewhere where or if you somewhere in the area where it ain't one? Because listen to what I'm telling you. I don't know how. I mean, y'all know I drive a lot, so I be knowing how sometimes it be like, it's nothing open. Like, there ain't nothing nowhere near for you to use the bathroom. Because I pay attention to shit like that, where it's like, damn, if I had to shit on myself right now, where I'm gonna go? Especially if the later you out at night, or even if you out too early, everything ain't open. That's why that's the tricky part. Like, if you stay out too late, nigga, ain't nothing open after 11. This post-pandemic. So all the grocery stores close at 11, Target, Walmart, everything closed. And 90% of the gyms now close at 11. So where you gonna go?
Side of the road, find you a parking lot that don't got a lot of lights. Just something.
Man, all I can just think about is fucking Friday. Well, it's you back there taking the shit.
It's
Man,
like,
I'm not shitting. I said,
but I'm saying, where you gonna go
I
though?
don't know, man. That shit.
And then you gotta kind of pull over because you can't. Again, that's why I say it's different. If you on a train, who cares? You ain't gotta sit here and worry about cleaning the seat. But in your car, and if you got cloth seats, you ain't trying to shit in your seats, dog. Because that's going to be a tough one to get out. That smell going, and it's summertime too, nigga, you're going to have to go clean that shit immediately and then you're going to be like, where you going to clean your seat at? Especially if it was off the late night, man. You gonna be, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. You got to be careful where it's like, man, you don't want to eat too much fast food and stay away from the vegetables too much because it's like, man, that shit just is bad for you because it's like I kind of rather had a diarrhea than be stopped up because I've been eating a bunch of processed food. I'm eating a bunch of McDonald's now because or pizza or whatever else because I'm trying to stay away from the vegetables. Like that shit get tricky.
So if you ate Taco Bell recently, you might want to pay attention. The CDC says shredded iceberg lettuce served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states have been linked to a multi-state outbreak of Clospora, a parasite that causes severe stomach issues. The affected states are Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. Federal investigators traced the lettuce back to one supplier, and Taco Bell says it's already stopped using lettuce from that source. But the bigger picture, this isn't just a Taco Bell story. More than 30 states have reported this infection this year, and health officials say they're still investigating whether the same lettuce made its way to other restaurants or retailers. If you've had persistent watery stomach issues, cramps, nausea, fatigue, or any of that after eating fresh produce, don't assume it's a 24-hour bug. It's treatable. It usually requires antibiotics, but the bottom line is if you're in one of those 5 states, skip the Taco Bell lettuce for now. And if you're feeling sick, it's worth getting checked out instead of trying to tough it out.
And real quick, one thing I can say just for people on your fitness journey, and maybe somebody hasn't told you, I mean, I've been working out long enough, so even in the gym, I love when people have these conversations. And somebody told me a long time ago, iceberg lettuce is just trash. You're just wasting your money. You damn near, it's just like you eating water because iceberg lettuce doesn't have any real nutritious value to it in the first place. So if you like really a salad person, to me, y'all know I'm heavy on the kale salad, and you just kind of you can eat. I mean, you can kind of even tell the difference. Either eat a iceberg lettuce salad with just the salad as is, and eat a kale, just straight kale and whatever dressing you want on it. And then you can kind of even just tell the difference on how one kind of fills you up a little bit and the other one kind of do absolute nothing for you. And the reason why people eat iceberg lettuce and you got to put a whole bunch of extra shit in there because that salad realistically don't have no type of nutritious value for you in the first place. So you kind of can skip it just in whole. I guess y'all want to go KevOnStage, or y'all want to go Stephon Diggs. I feel like KevOnStage is just, this is kind of up my alley. KevOnStage is my man.
No, it's definitely your alley.
No, for sure. KevOnStage is my guy. Really, I want to play the original clip and then I'll play some people talking.
Thank God you ain't got a Christian fan base.
Yeah, thank God I don't.
Easily. But straight to a church? No, sir. Also, I don't think masturbation is a sin no more. I beat that meat.
Okay.
I beat that
I don't think anybody was wondering how you felt.
No, we gonna get it all out.
Nobody was wondering
that meat get beat.
What you know?
When I'm on, Angel. When I'm on the road, especially, I be beating it. I beat it. If I'm gonna be gone from this 4, 5, 6, 7 days, I say I'll be beating it. Let's talk about it. If you gonna clip me, let's get it all on the table now.
No, we don't want that on the table.
There was some, I'll be beating it, and I know a lot of y'all do too, because y'all be like, well, brother, I struggle, and we just can't talk about it. And also, I told my kids that I think it's a healthy way to express yourself and learn about your body. Easily.
Hey, dog, listen to what I'm saying. The amount of people who get upset about certain stuff like this to me is crazy. And this is one of the reasons, and y'all know, if you've been listening to this podcast long enough, I tell you, that's and I don't even feel like I'm fighting no demon. Like people try like,
nigga, you fighting the demon.
No, I don't feel like it though.
No, but I'm saying, but that's your, I don't know how you, because even when you explained it before, you say you don't do it that. It's not like an everyday.
No, it's not an everyday thing. Because some days I'll be too tired. I just nigga, if I work 12 hours, I'm not coming home. You know what's so funny? I swear to God, I literally sent a voicemail to a homegirl of mine. I'm like, bro, you don't never feel like a loser until you work 12 hours and you come home and you ain't got no pussy to get. and your only option is to watch porn, you will feel like the biggest fucking loser on planet Earth. Whatever type of him you think you is, you want to know you ain't him, go work 12 hours and you can't get no pussy. That's when you know, nigga, you need to shut the fuck up and figure your life out a little bit differently. But again, I shout out to KevOnStage. Again, I'm somebody, I believe in the easiest way to kind of keep yourself out of trouble and to get that lust demon out. Because again, a lot of people, again, it's easy to try to laugh and joke about it when we sit here saying like watching porn. But if you kind of know for a fact, like, hey, I'd rather watch porn than me sit here and be trying to court or just play with women's feelings just to get some box, where it's like, I feel better about myself because I'm not just wasting some. I'm too old to just keep like, I know for a fact I really don't want to fuck with this girl for real. I'm just going to finesse her to try to get some pussy. I'm going to sit here, beat her phone down, text her to death, sit here and maybe go out on a date or two just to get some cheeks. Now I got the cheeks in rotation. But at the end of the day, I know I'm eventually get bored with the shit and now I'm out of here. Now I just played with her. Now she upset and now she beefing because I laid her fucking on, where I could just sit here and say like, all right, cool. Just go on Baddie Hub and figure it out. But again, it'd be so many people who just be, again, people feel like they're perfect, or you feel like you will kind of just do the Bible thing. I've had this conversation a million times with people who know the Bible way more than me. And I always ask them, I'm like, when the Bible been out for 1,000 years, there was like, how did porn become a sin when it wasn't no fucking TV 1,000 years ago? It was barely TV 400 years ago when people were slaves. So how the fuck, where was the porn at? So who introduced porn as a sin if there was no TV to watch? Y'all ain't telling me niggas 1,000 years ago already had the imagination. Where did they get the imagination to know what to beat their dick to? What was they beating it like? Well, just tell me, just off the rip of your head. If you sit here and say, let's go, we ain't got to go back 1,000 times, 1,000 years when y'all felt like the Bible. Let's go back a little bit recent where we talk about slavery time. Think about as a man who was just picking cotton or doing whatever the case may be, and he didn't have no wife, he couldn't get no cheeks. What was he beating his dick to? So how did we like, when did the pastor just wake up and sit here and say, okay, now we finally got TV? That's when porn became a thing? Like the porn became a sin when Playboy became popping? How the fuck did y'all add this into, like, who added that part into this being a sin? Like, I understand that thou shalt not kill our neighbor and this and the third. Things that you could have kind of sit here and say, okay, this could kind of make sense 400 years ago. But you sitting here saying there was no TV, there was no VHS, there was no nothing. Even before it was a Playboy magazine. What was niggas you sitting here telling me back in, again, 400 years ago, what was a nigga spanking his meat to during slavery?
But I mean, even when listening to when Mark on what's name of them was breaking it down, like I guess it's just the whole you only supposed to be doing for reproduction.
I mean, I guess. I mean, again, like I said, I ain't about to sit here and make it like I'm some super Bible scholar, like I know the Bible like verbatim. But this is, again, when I meet people who like super into religion and they kind of know that that's my bag too, I always ask that question. Like I feel, and I just be feeling like sometimes it's like one of those things where, and I forgot the young lady name who's kind of was giving TD Jake some pushback one time because they was like, okay, well, porn is a sin. What about gluttony? Because there's a lot of fat pastors and gluttony is supposed to be a sin. So it's a kind of, again, where people kind of be almost like, damn, you pick and choose which sin is like over aggressive and which one isn't, where you can kind of be like, oh, this nigga could overeat, but you mad because a nigga beating his meat. At least I'm not hurting, not a fucking soul, but my goddamn left hand and whatever sock or rag you using to clean your shit up. I ain't hurting nobody. I'm not wasting nobody's time. I'm not fucking up nobody's data and minute. I'm not texting. I'm not DMing. I'm not being lustful at all because all I got to do is sit here. I may even, when I really get froggy, I could go spend $10 on somebody's OnlyFans video. 9 times out of 10, I'd be upset because the video wasn't worth a fuck, but that's me. That's my $10. I'm not hurting, not a fucking soul.
Well, okay, maybe then it's I guess that you're supporting the, because I mean, like I said, I don't know nothing about the Bible and all that or whatever the case, but like, I guess when it comes to the porn or like, are they not married or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm guessing that's how they looking at it.
But I mean, I don't know. How do you don't? Pinky been married. Pinky husband was her manager.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, would that be like consider? Oh yeah, well you're promoting this. You know, they're not married. They having sex and unmarried sex.
I mean,
you know
I don't know.
like,
I'm not promoting it. I ain't like I'm sitting here sharing a link. I'm not sharing a link to whatever my favorite videos is. I'm just, if you listen to the podcast enough, just randomly we have conversations like this, you just tell people like, hey, I watch porn. Like that's my addiction. Candy and porn is my 2 addictions of choice, and that's why I went doing. Everybody who listened to the show can just laugh. Hey, I already know the 2 things you're trying to give up. That's it. But I'm listening to what I'm telling you. It's just, if I'm sitting here saying, if I'm just being a judgmental person, I would appreciate a nigga who got enough discipline to stop wasting women's time, especially women that you're not trying to build nothing serious with, and just sit here and get one out on watching a goddamn website video. But again, like I sit here and say, I think people just overdo it. Like, to even watch, like, KevOnStage name was literally trending for 3 fucking days, dog. The only thing that kind of got KevOnStage from stop trending was fucking Streaming University, and then this little shit that happened with Angel Reese. Outside of that, because it was been a slow news week, this nigga name still would have been trending. Because they was dragging that shit literally for 3 days.
So who didn't he pastors anybody speak out, or is just people on social media?
I didn't see no pastors that I follow ain't say nothing about it. And I'm sure most of them won't, because most of them, I mean, you gotta think about it, where it's like they got their own fucking.
Because I'm like, I don't get that.
Because the crazy thing is, think about it, because if I tell you, right, the messed up part about it is the top 10 pastors that people probably know via social media, most of them that had kids out of wedlock. So how you can't tell me you about to sit here and be the judge and the jury now because I watch porn, but you had a kid out of wedlock. Sarah, think about it. Sarah is the biggest female pastor, period. Man, black, white, it don't matter. She is the biggest female pastor. She had her first kid. She was 14 years old. What the fuck she got the down to sit here and tell me? Pastor Mike had a kid. He had a kid out of I think he just got married for his last couple of kids, but he got an older kid and he didn't have with this woman. Jamal Bragg, we definitely know. I sit here and the only nigga on the internet to go to back for him. This nigga definitely don't got no heel to stand on. Pastor Keon got divorced and fucking married. Like, what? How? That's my whole point of it, is why I'm saying everybody, we're humans. Everybody gonna have their own demons to deal with. They're gonna have their own flaws. They're gonna have marriages to get divorced. It's just life, dog. All you can do is the best as you possibly can to try to spread the message, to put positivity in other people's life, then cool. And that's something that KevOnStage do. This nigga's one of the most positive people. And again, his messages, his interviews ain't never messy. He kind of always try to bring positivity out of it. I have never
great. Every time I've seen him, it's been.
So I mean, that's it. I just want to play this one other clip and we can go into something.
And
else.
then the thing is, it's like he ain't saying, "Well, I'm out here cheating," you know.
And when I said it to a homegirl, that was what I said. He said, like, listen to what he's in here saying. Like, yeah, I watch it, but I watch it more when I'm on the road and my wife is at home with the kids. She can't fly with me everywhere.
But I do remember somebody saying that might be considered cheating. Like,
but I mean, I guess it depends on you and your wife. Because what if your wife don't feel like it's cheating? And what if your wife know, like, hey, when you be home, like, nigga, we only may be having sex twice a week and you a horny nigga, so I'm cool with you whacking off.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that brings in the thing like, oh, well, damn, you fantasize about somebody else. Like I said, if you're whacking up to my videos, that's cool. But then you sitting here, you fantasizing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you just fantasizing. It's cool. It ain't no like.
That's what I'm saying. To some people, they feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, I think those people are just crazy. I don't even like as much porn as I watch, because they ain't even no household porn stars no more. Like, they ain't no name, so yeah, okay, I'm less than no. I don't know who this girl is. It just be like, like I think the most popular girl right now is what's this girl name?
Gina.
See. Look at this freaky fucking toad. How the fuck he knew?
I mean, that's all he knew.
That's my point though. But she is that. But I'm being funny. But that literally is the only person, because you go on any of them pages, she's literally the only person with a name, and she used her name in all her fucking captions. So she's literally the only person. But think about when we was young, you talking about 10 years ago, nigga, you can name off 10, 20 different women. But the fact that I literally just said it's only one person and you knew who the one person is, that let you know where it's like, that's not even the times we live in no more, where it's like, I can't really lust over nobody because it ain't no household names to lust over no more. And she ain't no household name because to me, sometimes she be blown because they just do too much into the role playing shit. Like they be like, she goes in on the storyline. If it's, I'm trying to get my grade changed, like this bitch gonna drag the getting the grade changed the whole entire fucking, this shit 20 minutes, she gonna drag this shit into just role playing. Like, bro, come on, fuck this goddamn grade you trying to get changed, bitch. This nigga too young, his voice young as shit, he can't change nobody fucking grade. Like, you dragging it.
Doesn't say no more. I beat that me.
This conversation about KevOnStage right now really isn't about masturbation. It's actually much bigger than that. Let me explain. First of all, Kev is a threat to fundamentalist Christianity. So he started off as a Christian comedian with a mostly Black Christian audience. And he was relatively like socially conservative. Kevin doesn't cuss, right? So Christians latch on to stuff like that, but then they feel like they own you. It's like a friend of mine who's in ministry said to me one time, sometimes I get tired of being a professional Christian. And Kev is a threat because he influences Black Christians, but he's over here thinking critically out loud and becoming more inclusive out loud. And in this instance, releasing shame out loud. And you don't get to model that for a whole generation of Black Christians without consequences. So Christian influencers and the comment conquistadors publicly shame him to try to get him back in line and to also remind the rest of y'all, don't you get out of line either, because we'll do this to you too. And here's the part that a lot of people keep missing. It's not about the fact that Kevin beats his meat. Most of us masturbate. It's a very normal practice. Honestly, if you don't masturbate, that's kind of weird. And I really want more for you. And the people shaming him want him to hold on to the shame they feel when they masturbate. Because they doing it too. They're just shamed. And he's like, hey, I'm not going to be ashamed of it anymore. And they're like, no, we got to have the shame. The shame is what keeps us in check. The shame is what keeps us from going down a slippery slope and then going to hell. The shame is the point. It's a shame-based theology. They're drowning in their own shame, and they want Kev to jump back in the deep end with them. And to the Christian influencers who started this shit, why are you so concerned about Kevin touching his private parts when nobody's around, but you're not concerned that your president paid a woman $5 million this week because he raped her? You're more concerned about an entertainer masturbating than you are your president being a rapist. Yeah.
Now, y'all remember early in this episode, I see him say there was a girl I followed and she made a joke about the pool. It was so crazy when I just played this video because, you know, sometimes they show you the people you follow who retweeted it too. I just found her joke real quick. So I do want to play her pool video.
I still wearing t-shirts to the pool. Don't piss me off. I'm saying.
Oh, that's why I didn't just send her because she had that fucking music. My bad. Playing behind her. So, but again, like I said, shout out to KevOnStage. I guess what else was going on in the world? There was like a heavy topic. Oh yeah, real quick. What is this? What's this shit called? The wildfires in Canada. They kind of came down heavy on the East Coast. They gave us poor air conditioners. I even seen a stat that sit here and said if the air was so bad, I believe going into Wednesday night into Thursday, all day Thursday, the weather was, the air quality was so bad where if you stayed outside, I believe the one saying they said for over 2 hours, realistically, it would feel like you didn't smoke 20 cigarettes a day. Like that's how bad it would damage your lungs. And again, man, shout out to people who, if you are that dedicated to still go outside and get your runs in, you are different. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like sometimes you got to be okay with sitting here saying sit in the house and give your body a break. And then shout out to everybody who had to actually go outside and work in that shit. Like that to me is again where it's like those people need a double salute for that one because bro, that shit was like going into Wednesday. And I went in the house like late on Wednesday night, like 1 o'clock, and I was wondering like, why the fuck do it smell like this outside? And why the air just tasted like somebody who just like house was on fire or some shit. And you kind of like, you looking around and you don't because it's nighttime, you don't get to see the smoke. But then come Thursday, when you actually go outside and you just see like all the cloud just look smoky gray, like literally, like you just literally damn near was in a fire. I don't, and I feel like this, like it took a break off like a year, but I feel like for like because I feel like it wasn't that bad last year, but I feel like the year before that it was.
When it was orange outside.
Yeah, like when it was orange outside. But again, I don't know. I'm not no scientist, so I don't know nothing about the weather like that. But that shit is kind of scary. Like I kind of almost like it. Damn near almost make you wonder. Like, damn, I wonder how it. No, I wonder actually how it felt like when you like if you lived in Canada or if you lived in Detroit, because Detroit and Canada is like next door.
Oh, you mean like the closer you are to it, how bad?
Yeah, like how bad is it? Because it was bad here.
Yeah, like that right now. Yeah, that I'm wearing a mask and all types of shit.
Yeah, and shout out to the people who was outside with a mask on. Like I definitely seen like older people who again, we're talking about older people who actually had to go outside and move around. They definitely grabbed them N90 masks or whatever mask that they already had in the house from the pandemic, and they definitely was outside with it. Because even this lady right here in this news clip, she had her mask on.
If I were you, I'd be wearing one of these too. At least if you're planning to go outside here in the DMV, we are now in a code purple here in the district because of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. You can see this haze all around us. I got to tell you, when you step outside, it smells like there was just a fire right next door. The American Lung Association is saying that this contains particles. It contains harmful gases. That is why you need to protect yourself. A spokesperson with the American Lung Association says, unfortunately, we could be experiencing this more often with the warming temperatures. We're seeing more and more wildfires. And that means that the East Coast, she said in particular, could be seeing more of this lingering smoke and haze. Now, this haze could also be affecting your evening plans. So keep an eye on the air quality. The good news is, though, it should let up throughout the weekend. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. But to protect yourself right now, this is what I want you to do. If you are heading outside, put one of these on. Although I would recommend staying inside if you can. And if you are inside, it's a good idea to create a clean airspace, according to the American Lung Association. That means kind of sealing off the door in one room. You put an air purifier in there if you have it, or an AC unit. I'm going to go home and do one right now.
Again, like I said, thoughts and prayers of anybody who had to go outside and deal with any of that stuff. Real quick, because I watched the movie and I talked about this before. It was called Obsessed, and everybody was heavy talking about it online because the gentleman who created this movie was a YouTuber originally, and of course they was talking about, you know, how like the budget wasn't nothing crazy for this movie, and he kind of really hit a home run in the box office. And one thing I will sit here and say about this movie, where it's like, I get it, for people who felt like the movie was bad, it was bad, but then I understand where certain people was just supporting it just because, again, if you somebody who create content and you on YouTube, you're going to always kind of root for your own people. And that's one of the reasons why you see so many people even rooting for Cenat in the streaming university. But this shit right here was like, I kind of wonder what I would have thought it was as bad if I didn't watch so many different people already talk about it. Because it was like the premises of the movie, not even necessarily spoilers, maybe because, you know, I'm not going to say spoilers, because some people do such a great job at explaining movies where they kind of, I felt like their explanation on the movie was better than what the movie actually was. So it's like when you kind of watching it, it's like, damn, y'all put so much, maybe again, because some people are very entertaining when they breaking down some of these movies, and you kind of really like punching home on some of the topics that you want to punch home on. To me, that's what set the bar for the movie so high. Excuse me, the movie didn't get to live up to that hype because it was like they maybe just oversold the jump. So I'm not sitting here saying it's a bad movie. Like if you never heard nobody talk about it before and you don't have no expectations, or you just heard maybe one or two people talk about it, but they didn't do a great job of talking about it, I would watch it, because the movie realistically, it kind of is almost like you can use it in real dating terms, because it's like this dude really wanted this girl, and you can, again, when I'm saying you can take it in the real dating terms, because I'm sure most people have at least been in one relationship where you kind of was lustful to get into that relationship. You kind of imagine what it would be like to get with this person, and then you finally get with them, and then they be like, they super clingy. Same way we say all the time where it's like the super bad, beautiful woman, and maybe even famous, and you be like, damn, why the fuck is she still single? Because it make you be like, when you watching this junk where it's like, oh, this could be why somebody could be single. Because yeah, this girl, and y'all know I'm not heavy on the white people, but this was a pretty white girl. Like, I get it. Like, the nigga was super lustful, and he was geeking for her. Then you finally get her, and then you like, what the fuck did I wish for? And then again, where I understand what some people were sitting here saying, like even his wish kind of was like almost SA-ish. It was kind of a little R-wordish, because it was like, you wish for her to be obsessed and be overly in love with you. You kind of almost took advantage of her, because her behavior almost felt like the behavior of somebody who was just super drunk, or somebody super high, where she really, you could tell, like, and even for him, he was kind of questioning himself. He kept asking her, like, is this real? Like, what's going on? Are you okay? Because it didn't feel genuine to him. It felt like, okay, my wish really came true. I broke this little thing. The wish came true, and now this girl fucking with me, but she never really liked me for real, for real. So again, like I said here and said, if it's on Peacock, if you're looking for something to watch, because maybe there's not a lot of sports or anything going on, because I know this weekend the WNBA is going on All-Star break, so I know there's going to be a couple of days where there won't be absolutely nothing on TV to watch. So I would recommend watching that, John. And again, like I said, I feel like you may have a different preference on how you appreciate the movie if you haven't heard anybody talk about the joint already. And again, it's not no real like household big name actors in it. So again, that kind of gives you the room for it. And one other thing that I watched on Netflix, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this show kind of be like one of them shows I watch, but it be pissing me off. It's Surviving Thickness. This is the final season. I believe this is season 3. Man, when I tell you, what's the main character? What's this girl name on this joint? What the fuck is the main character name on this show? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Whatever the main character girl name is, bro, she be pissing me the fuck off so much. And I'm just a real quick spoiler alert if you haven't already got into it, if you into it. This is just this one joint. Her male best friend. Niggas a super whore. Got this nigga, I'm talking about this nigga be fucking like 90 going north. And he ended up having a one-night stand on New Year's Eve and end up getting a girl pregnant. Now, realistically, he don't necessarily know if the baby is his yet because the girl told him like it could be yours or it could be one of a dude. So he's not 100% positive, but it's eating him alive because he kind of like, he don't know this girl from nowhere. He met her on the train on New Year's Eve, slept with her, and he brought her back to his space, got her pregnant. And that's probably one of the reasons why if you are a younger dude and you listening right now, probably stop taking pictures back to your junk so you can realistically... You could kind of, so she could, because if realistically, if she didn't know where he live at, and this is going to sound like super slimy, but if she didn't know where he live at, she could have never came back to sit here and tell him she got pregnant because she didn't know this nigga name. She don't know his real name. She don't know shit about him. But again, the main character girl, she getting married, and her husband and she end up getting married to, like him and the dude got cool too, because of course this is her male best friend. The nigga sitting here telling her where he like he looking at the dude and he could tell like the male best friend weird on his face where he's like super like you can kind of see he out of it, and it's supposed to be like their biggest time to get married. You know, like they're getting married, so you're supposed to be able to see like the excitement, and he don't got no excitement about them getting married. So the nigga was like, man, what's going on? He didn't, but so realistically, he didn't want the best friend to tell his wife that he got some random girl pregnant because the wife literally just maybe like 2 episodes in had a miscarriage. She couldn't get pregnant. She was taking the IDF, whatever, all the little shots and shit, trying to get pregnant. She lost the baby. She couldn't get pregnant. So, of course, this is a sensitive topic for her. And again, the best friend just randomly got a random girl pregnant. So it's like, nigga, I can't have kids, or I tried to have a kid and had a miscarriage, and you just got some random bitch pregnant. Yeah, don't tell me this shit on my wedding day. I get it, why she would feel some type of way, but at the same time, he wasn't trying to tell her, but because it's her best friend, she reading his body language, this nigga can't shake it off his face. So she pressed him out to ask him what's wrong, and then he tell her, and then she get fucking mad. I'm like, bro, how you mad at this nigga? He didn't want to tell you. He kept telling you the man shit. I'm cool. I'm just enjoying your John. I'm just vibing. And you beat this fucking answer out of this nigga. And then when he give you your answer, you get mad at him. And again, that shit pissed me off. That's just fucking women math. That was, again, that's Surviving Thickness. That's on Netflix. This is season 3, the final season. Let's go to Streaming University 2. Man, let me tell you something. Man, one thing I will sit here and say, because man, it was these dudes who did a great breakdown on this joint. Only thing I would sit here and say is I wish Kai did even not, maybe not, because again, I understand like they're young, so they probably don't care about Netflix and shit like that or Amazon, any of them, because he turned down. Yeah, he turned down Netflix, and he turned down the joint from Amazon Prime, and I want to say who was it? It was Hulu. I want to say all the big name streaming platforms try to reach out to him and get him to do a deal with them.
I understand it.
No, I understand it for his age group because
it's hard to control that many people.
No, for sure. No, listen, what I'm saying. I get that, but I think realistically, to me, the smart thing would be is why not lease it or sell it to them after it's over? Like if you had one main camera, I guess, recording everybody for whatever the main streaming platform is, let everybody shoot, because it's all different. Like it's different people.
Documentary wise, like if I made this a whole like real. All the footage and everything that's on whatever y'all did, like I got. Yeah, you take it after it's over. Let's see and say after it's over, the way they do. What was the show that I told you I watched like maybe a couple episodes when they did Love Is Blind? It's like, because it's kind of the same thing where you kind of y'all all just living in one thing, y'all moving around and the cameras is recording, picking up different shit, and then maybe put it out on streaming platforms for people older like me, because it's like you don't know how to, because it's not all on one channel. Yeah. So everybody is still doing their own separate junks. Like DreamDoll got her own separate junk. Queen Naija, her husband, got their own separate junk. So everybody got their own separate thing. So that's why I think realistically, it's still, I mean, maybe he might eventually do it. It's still room for him to sell as a whole. Sell it as a whole instead of sitting here saying, because again, I understand like the authentic thing to people to make people lock in is everybody gets to pick and choose which character they want to watch on Streaming University. But if you sit here and say, okay, as a whole, I'm just going to sell the whole total junk, whoever the people who get the most views, those will be the main people that we kind of focus on, and those will be the people who get the final edit for you to sit here and sell it to like Netflix or Amazon or one of those other things. That to me would make the most sense, because it's like people like, again, I see like it was trending on threads where it's like, man, I'm 40 and over and I'm watching Streaming University.
And I was kind of like, I don't know how to, like, I know how to, of course you can go on, you don't even got it, because again, when we're talking about the WNBA coming up, the Stubbers, they doing their 72-hour stream again from All-Star Weekend. So they but they, again, you follow them, so they'll put their link up on the Threads, so you can just click the link and you can just watch it live on Threads. You ain't even got to go to the Twitch jump. You can just watch it. If you just click it and it'll just open up on Threads and you can watch the jump. But if you say he's saying, I'm trying to keep up with everybody, what's going on, how you realistically, it's no way you can kind of watch all of them. So that's why I do think the smart thing would be for him to kind of like, whoever them people who getting the most attention via social media, like let it go raw as it is, and then you kind of pay attention to like who's picking up the most shit. But at that same time, like I would have had a main camera for whatever platform that I wanted to sell it to, if it was your Netflix or if it was whatever, because I do think there's a larger group of older people like myself who catching the clips wouldn't mind watching the whole jump. If you sit here the same way, like shit, like Peacock do with this stupid Love Island and shit like that, it's all you obviously see it's endless people already talking about it, and most people I'm sure not tapped in to sit here and got like a Kick or a stream a Twitch account or whatever the case may be, and you're watching it, or even shout out to Kai because he's doing his jump off of YouTube now.
No, all I was doing on YouTube.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't even know that. That's my
all I was on YouTube. That's how I started watching a lot of
these the dudes here they go.
How Kai is going to take Streamer University to the next level. I know there were tons of rumors that he turned down Netflix, Prime Video, and Tubi because they wanted to turn Streamer University into like a traditional reality TV show. He turned them down. He chose to stay independent. But in that same breath, Kai said that he plans on doing Streamer University till he dies. So I wonder what that next step is in this chain. The social clips are going to be undeniable, but how do you make this more mainstream for the people that don't watch streaming at all?
The day Streamer U or Cenat sells it to an HBO or a Netflix is the day Streamer U dies, because this can actually never turn into a reality TV. It needs to stay very streaming,
because it can be post-produced though, so it doesn't matter. Come on, months later, people would still watch it.
But now what Kai can do to take it to the next level is sign a contract with Netflix or HBO, and the best characters from Streamer University that year can then spin off into a reality TV or an actual TV show or a movie. Streamer U, it has to stay very organic, and then you can take the best players.
I wonder how,
and that's again, that's why I say that, and I do agree with them, because realistically, I understand from just watching like how people on TikTok, especially the younger people, they be just so raw with their joints. A lot of their videos that go viral, it'd be like you damn near on FaceTime with somebody. So they kind of don't put no real thing to it. And I get with like watching the Streamer University, a lot of them, like even I see older people complaining about like, oh, their dorm rooms are so dirty and this, that, and the third, where it's like, bro, it's supposed to be like college. Why the fuck you think their dorm room's supposed to be kept like somebody's fucking apartment?
Hell, I don't know. Why would you even think that?
That's what people, but that's my point of where I think it is the separation from older people trying to watch it with your older brain. And when kids are watching it, I'm sure they're not thinking twice about that shit. It look regular.
You living out of a damn suitcase for a weekend. Like, what do you, I mean, because I guess when you watching these streams on there, I guess you looking like, because when you looking at these other people's streams, like academics, like when you look at his setup, you don't like, what do you,
so that's my point. That's why I think it realistically for Kai is in such a sweet space, because people who are complaining are older people who don't pay attention. Because let's be real, what you sitting here saying is perfect. Think about when older people talk about academics, they clown academics about his background, but realistically, his background is what 90% of streamers' backgrounds look like. It's just I'm in a chair and it's just in the rooms 9 times out of 10 be dark. He be talking about other shit that go viral and it becomes into adult comms. But realistically, for all the young niggas like who be yelling at their fucking TV screen playing the game, their setup look just like academic setup, and they getting millions of views. So realistically, if I'm academics or if I'm somebody else, I'm not going to change what's fucking working. Why would I do that? It's millions of people watching me. You want me to go put up a fancy ass Breakfast Club type of setup? How about if that fuck my whole vibe up?
Yeah.
So I get both. That's why I do think realistically, it's a sweet spot for Kai where you could realistically sell the back part of this out. Like again, whoever's the most popular people, yeah, then you can sell it to Netflix or HBO Max or whatever the case may be. Because again, you can kind of clean it up a little bit for the older motherfuckers who are almost got like you're judging this like an older person, and still your main audience who's watching it via YouTube and who's watching it via Twitch or whatever the case may be, you can still, they're gonna be happy. They get to watch it in real time. They already know who all the characters is. Cause like I don't know who this fat nigga is, but I know who this fat nigga is. Pudgy. I didn't know who he was until I'm watching him keep flirting with DreamDoll. I'm like, oh, this nigga, he getting it in.
I've seen him before, and that's why I say I think with this, it kind of, I get a lot of people oh, you just picking certain people, or to me personally, I think it should be longer than just a weekend. I think you should go like a damn whole month. I mean, for real, to be honest with you. I mean, just because, like I said, you're taking people out of their elements and you putting them in that type of environment. Just to, like I said,
is it only a weekend? I thought it was.
No, it's only a weekend.
Oh, damn.
It's like from Thursday to today was I think the last day.
Oh, for
so it was
real?
like from Thursday to today.
Oh, let me play this real quick. This Queen Naija joke. This shit was low key funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Cool.
I'm not gonna say the name.
No.
The girls' rooms. They try to basically lie on you, unless you was in the girls' room. But I don't think you were.
They must be talking about Jordan. Jordan and DreamDoll.
Oh, you wasn't there?
Yeah. For a little while.
Doing what, nigga?
Get some liquor. Yo, why you pressing me?
Because I'm thinking they lying the whole time, and I'm being cute.
I was with Pitbully.
Oh, no, hold on. I gotta play the longer version. The longer version on Twitter. I thought this one was long. I apologize. My bad. I gotta play the longer version.
I guess what's his name? Sub Baby. The little funny.
Is that the dark skin nigga?
Yeah, the little ugly nigga.
Like he's super aggressive.
Man, that nigga, dog. To me, he was like the most viable person to be looking at. That whole like the way he was going through that shit, like watching his shit. That's what made me really start tuning in, because I caught some of the clips on what's name. I was like, so I went to YouTube and I thought, man, that nigga shit was fucking hilarious. Like, and that's why I say,
you think he's funnier than the fat dude?
Yeah, I mean, because I think what are you looking for? Like,
maybe the fat dude winning me over just because he in all the videos is him and DreamDoll, and I like DreamDoll a lot.
Yeah, but see, okay, so but that's what I'm saying. He did a like. If you watch them joints, you kind of see like, and that's why I say I kind of get it. How like a lot of people saying, well, what about the little streamers or whatever the case may be? I'm like, yeah, you got them there, but nobody's really tuning into them for real. It's those funny Marcos,
the people who already, the people who already built up.
Like I said, you see a lot of them doing it, because like even like you said with the because I started watching DDG joint, and he was talking to Naija, I mean not DreamDoll and Pudge and all them, and like I said, like the interaction between everybody. Of course, DDG is a bigger star than them in this room. So like I said, even him giving them advice and telling them like, oh well, yeah, you got to do such and such, like you got to do it more often, you got to keep doing, like after this I need to see you doing it more. He was like, even with, I think because he said something to Pudgy, either like he was trying to tell him something about his camera or how he doing. He's like, yeah, like people might lose interest if you just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what you got to kind of take, like, and I guess it's kind of hard, like you taking constructive criticism from somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, who are you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I feel like with DDG, you again, what you're saying is he's somebody who's already built up a name for himself via streaming. So he kind of like he realistically at this point in that world, he's an OG. So you kind of like if you not taking his criticism, you're not listening to him and taking his constructive criticism and using it to your advantage, you kind of doing yourself a disservice, because he's already proven. Again, he came. Think about how many people didn't know who he was until the baby moms, but he already had millions of fucking followers via streaming platforms already. He's already made millions of dollars for himself streaming. So it's kind of like somebody like him telling you what to do and giving you tips. You kind of got to listen to it. And again, real quick, before I play any more clips, I want to give DreamDoll a lot of credit for sitting here saying like, kind of putting her pride to the side and like not really like she performed here and so did Queen Naija, but it's like, fuck me sitting here just geeking to just be an artist. I think some people feel like they too cool to sit here and become a streamer, because of somebody like DreamDoll, like if you're a DreamDoll fan, you may know some of her songs, but she's not mainstream known for her music. Like people may know who DreamDoll is, but you couldn't. An average person who may know who she is, you don't know. You can't name me 5 DreamDoll songs.
I only know because you keep saying her name.
So,
and when I say, like I said, me seeing her in the clips, and I said even like Queen Naija, I didn't know this was her until they said her name. Like I seen her, I'm like, God damn, she's fat. And then it was like, that's Queen Naija, and I saw him, and I was like, oh shit, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know her music,
but even for Queen Naija, she been streaming for a minute now.
I remember you said that, like her and her boy, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing it, and I think that's what, like, because I even I started following this one of the little Asian guys that was he's like a tech person, but he does streaming too, and he was basically telling people, he was doing a class, and he was like pretty much telling them like, you can sit on stream all day and think you're really making money. It's like, it's the people that's clipping you up that's bringing you in the money.
For sure.
And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know that. And he was like, that's how you you want people to keep clipping you up. You clip me up. That's how you get money. That's how you get more money. Because the more they promote you, the more other people
watch. Again, like what you just said. The dude you just said here said you follow because you kept seeing his clips. So you absolutely right. Because think about it, shit. Even from when we recording the podcast, like I think people sometimes in your mind you think it's easy to clip up episodes and to get it to the right part. That's why again, just for a quick, because I seen these dudes I follow. They from here. And they got a podcast, and I can tell that they put their shit through like whatever one of them services is because the shit don't know, like it's still AI. They don't know where to clip up the beginning of the story. And I seen somebody on TikTok and they wrote in their joke and was like, it sounds like y'all having a decent conversation, but I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about because you killed the lead because you trying to get it again when you using one of them AI Jones. They only gonna clip it for 60 seconds. So if you somebody and they clip it at the wrong part, it's like it do the clip no justice because I don't even know what you're talking about. But again, like you said, for those clippers who get paid to do that shit, like even DreamDoll, she got a whole page that's just straight off of clips from the streaming university joint. And again, like I said, man,
a lot of them joints, they was just like you recording it, saving it, and then putting it out now. So now that's gonna get you the, you know what I'm saying, whatever you was doing. Cause like I said, cause would you do something like that? Like, could you see yourself doing something like that? Like a I guess like a 24-hour, like just if they had already the setup, if you could play, like I just still don't need to figure out how to do like even the video game shit. Like if you, because I feel like you, again, what you're saying, like some people can sit online, like even the people who do the battles on TikTok, where it's like, I always end up like when Top be doing the joint, like of course I'm gonna support you, so I'm gonna like some of your joints. I try to stay on there for a minute, but you just like on that joint, hey chat, hit the likes. Like I'm not about it. Like nigga, I'm too old to sit here and watch a nigga do that for longer. But I didn't even know like that how much that shit is.
Oh no, you can get a lot of bread off that. But
like even listening to it, he was like, because somebody was like, oh, can you? He's like, nah, that costs. And they was like telling me like the price, like when they be sending them shits, like how much that shit is.
Oh hell
like,
yeah, that shit ain't cheap. And nigga, on
do
TikTok, nigga, they take 60. And Top was telling me they take 60% of that shit.
TikTok do?
Hell yeah,
I believe it.
Nigga, that's crazy. We really play some of these clips real quick.
What happened?
No, they keep putting stuff. They know they lying. Wait. Oh, it's gone.
They trying to trick you.
Huh?
They be trying to fuck with you.
Yeah, they were saying, why was Clarence in blank room last night?
Who?
I'm not gonna say the name.
No.
A girl's room. They try to basically lie on you, unless you was in a girl's room. But I don't think you were. Right?
They must be talking about Jordan. Jordan and DreamDoll.
Oh, you wasn't there?
Yeah. For a little while.
Doing what, nigga?
Get some liquor. Yo, why you pressing me?
Because I'm thinking they lying the whole time, and I'm being stupid.
I was with Pitbully.
You lying? For real?
Yeah, I'm dead ass. I was on stream and all that.
Sorry, Chad. I'm sorry.
She over there calling y'all liars.
Nah, Chad, y'all not messy. Y'all so good. Thank you.
Wait, first of all.
First of all, what?
First of all, chill out. You got nothing to worry about.
I'm gonna see you.
You bugging out.
They do want you. I'm not going to. She told me that.
You can't really hear, and I guess after no more, I thought it felt like when I first listened to it, it was clearer than this. But I guess my question would be is, do you think, I guess for married people, I don't necessarily know if this is something that you should be doing with your spouse. Because
you can.
How? This? I ain't saying you can't stream with your spouse, but this to me just seemed like this shit is made for just young people just being the extreme, just doing it. Like the little nigga too hot sauce on a white girl. Like it's some shit where
no, because it's a lady on there that was it's a black lady.
Oh yeah, so I follow her son on Threads, and somebody I want to say
I think that's her thing. It's like something I love puzzles. She be doing the puzzles.
Yeah.
And I think one of them was saying like how she never came out the room or whatever. She haven't eaten or anything like that because they was, just running around banging on the doors.
That's my point. On some young shit. Even T-Pain made a video and saying saying like that's why he don't spend the night in it.
But I get T-Pain's thing too. He was just like, I don't want to be caught up in no bullshit.
That's my point.
But it's you and your wife there. It's not.
Man, I don't know if me personally, I wouldn't want to put my wife in that type of scenario. And even if I'm Queen Naija, where it's like, I get it for both of them, it's cool. It's a good look. It's streaming university. Everybody and their mother talking about it via social media, so it's a great look. but I still just think like, I get it, because even for her, like Queen Naija is one of them people. If you follow her story enough, she be fighting with insecurity a little bit. And her husband ain't like an ugly nigga. And DreamDoll and that fucking Jordan girl is two pretty bitches. So I kind of get.
What's the insecurity she be fighting with?
Shit, whatever. What's the other nigga that she used to date with? And I think that nigga cheated on her, some other shit. And then I think even like where her weight and shit going up and down. Like she'd have had, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know for a fact we talked about it like a couple of, maybe shit, this shit might be like 2 years ago now. But she had like, she just came out and talked about how she be fighting with just like her different little insecurity issues and things and the reasons why she feel like she not as big as she should be, because she could sing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I trust me. Music wise, I definitely know. Like,
so again, I do think realistically that kind of just get a little bit tricky. But again, even with T-Pain, where it was like, yeah, I'm a little too old to kind of be. I ain't spending the night in this motherfucker. I come and kick it and parlay with y'all during the daytime, but at nighttime, some of these girls, like, I get what he's saying. Like, nigga, they look young. I'm not about to sit here and be in no room on my Adrian Broner shit, and then I come to find out this girl 19 years old, and I'm fucking damn near pushing 50.
yeah, because like that little motherfucker, what's his name? The little badass.
Yo, he
motherfucker.
funny as shit.
That little motherfucker bad as shit.
Man, he
That
is
little
funny,
motherfucker
and when
bad
that
as
nigga, I don't care. That's why I sit here and told y'all America just too homophobic, because niggas be losing their mind when he get in there. He start acting gay. Oh man, nigga, that shit was funny as shit. With the gay nigga, he was sitting here saying, "Hey, girl, I got man." I was crying and laughing.
A lot of them be playing around, but I think a lot of them in there are.
Man, that
like
shit
looking
funny,
at them,
bro.
like I said, watching that. The streamer, like watching them joints, like, and because all of them are in there together, and you see people just walking around. A lot of them got a lot of tendency, or just, you know what I'm saying, like.
But I be wondering sometimes, are they doing it because they know people it's gonna get? It's like almost rage bait.
Nah, I think some of them actually might be, because you kind of do even like the what's my man, like the dude who be with Drake Ben Den or whatever. Like even his kind of like just the way he come out, it like, yeah, you might have all the girls, or girls might be, but it's kind of like you do have some tendencies. Like I saw how you kind of, you flicked your like I see.
I don't know about that one. I get what you're saying, but I think because they are. That's what I'm saying. I think because they are young, and I think that younger generation is so kind of like. One, because you grew up on social media. Y'all think about it. I say this shit whenever we first started talking, when we ever first started podcasting, I say and said, I think niggas who smoke hookah, that's some gay shit. But again, and because the only way niggas gonna blow and smoke hookah, you're gonna smoke hookah like a woman, because 90% of men, you seen the way you learn how to smoke hookah is watching girls smoke hookah via social media. So you pick up women's tendencies where I don't necessarily think you really, like I say it jokingly, I don't think you're really gay because you smoke hookah, but you're gonna smoke hookah like a bad bitch, because guess who, when you watching people smoke hookah, guess 90% of the time when hookah was super popular, at that time when I said it, the mannerisms was women smoking hookah, and you watch how they blow the smoke out. And then at that time, think about what I'm saying, before the pandemic started, like right before, think about 90% of the videos you seen the way niggas was blowing and smoking their hookah, they was smoking it just the same way the bad bitches was. So again, for some of these niggas, if all they do is follow women on social media, some of your body languages and body movements is going to be some girly shit. Again, even when we sit here and talked about this at the beginning of the episode with the fucking football team, and they was doing the quiet on the creek. I know
seen that shit. That boy.
but listen what I'm saying. He's saying though. But
I hear what you're saying, right? Bootsy, you better speak up. I want to hear what you got to say, and that's they was Memphis, Mississippi. Yeah, Bootsy, I want to hear what you got to say about this. Yeah, I definitely want to hear what you, because that shit looks the gayest.
Oh man, you funny as shit.
Okay, so what do you want to eat? I'm gonna make it happen for you. What you want to eat?
You want to make it happen for
Yes. Don't worry, I got a plug for the food.
So whatever I want to eat.
Whatever you want to eat. What you want?
Shit.
Stop playing.
You know what I want to eat.
Bro. Stop playing.
You know what I want to eat, girl?
What you want, like some oxtails or something?
I want some DreamDoll. That's dream cat.
Bro, stop playing with me. Rawr.
I want some dream cat, boo boo.
Bro, stop playing with me. One thing about you're gonna make me laugh. I love that. They said Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast? You do not call him a beast. Pudgy has a cute face. Don't do that. You feel me?
We off that. I thought we let bygones. We gonna leave it at the table, or we gonna just leave this at the table, and there's no more pudgy dog.
Can I get some lip balm?
Yeah, sure.
No. I don't want it like from the jar.
Nope.
Man, this fat nigga funny as shit. Again, like I said, it may be just because of all the DreamDoll shit. Let me hold on. Listen one last joke. This nigga's hilarious.
My tubes is tied. You got kids?
Nah, you have kids?
I have a daughter.
You only have one child?
I don't want no more.
You want a side?
The shop is closed. My tubes is tied.
Your tubes tied? One thing something where I'm at. Well, I'm at the end of the day.
You cannot do anything. No,
no, I'm just not without worrying about a child.
I'm joking. My tubes is not tied. But
oh, so I gotta be careful.
No, you keep speaking for you keep putting yourself in my situation. Speaking and he's speaking in first party. Is you cool?
I'm cool, man.
Okay, just making sure.
Again, like I said, if you didn't watch it, I mean, I guess you can.
He went MVP too.
Who?
Suburb baby.
Oh, he won MVP for the jump.
No, his shit definitely was.
What else is going on in the world? We talked about streaming anniversary. We talked about,
and even about, to go back on that stream, that Neo dude.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he got some. He must got some good lawyers or some shit because he keep getting shit, and that's the crazy thing about when we talking about the streaming shit, like how it's live and all that. Because at the Fanatic joint, he had his joint going live, and he caught one of the wrestlers, one of the lucha, without his mask on. And so now they about to sit here and sue his ass for that shit.
Oh, for real? You can sue for that?
Hell, because his identity. Now you messing up his whole. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a luchador wrestler. And, they really take pride in that. And, like, nobody really seen him without his...
You know, so crazy now you trying to say it. Now you saying that. I'm trying to figure out, have I ever seen Rey Mysterio without his mask?
He wrestled without his mask.
For real?
Yeah.
When we was young, or you talking about as older?
No, when we was young. I forgot who took it. Who took his mask off? Yeah, he went a little whole like a year without wearing it.
Oh yeah, maybe I just can't remember that far back. Well, it was one other thing. I even seen a video with Meek doing a bunny hop. Meek about to piss me off, dog. Like Meek be just, man, Meek be pissing me off. Because Meek, why the fuck would you bet this nigga a bunny hop joint and you gotta fuck that wrist and you trying to do? You ain't see that video? You ain't see Meek lost the neon nigga. They was shooting a 3-point in the corner. So they bet the neon nigga made it. Meek airballed his. So Meek owed the nigga a bunny hop.
At the Fanatics, though?
Yes.
I probably looked over it.
I'm like, Meek, come on, dog. Like,
and
why the fuck? Yes, he did this shit. Man, Meek be just doing shit like he be blowing me, dog. Cause it'd be like niggas can't defend that shit.
But you would have took the bet.
I wouldn't have took the bet. No. I would have took the bet because what the fuck Neon look like, and I'm a racist. That's what I'm saying. Right, but Meek got a fucking thing on his wrist. The nigga,
but that you're what you just sit here and said. You would take the bet because you look at this nigga and you racist. You would take that bet.
I definitely no. Listen to what I'm saying. I would have took the bet if my wrist wasn't fucked up. You shouldn't take the bet and you already playing with one. Nigga, you ain't an NBA player. It's a difference if this was and shout out to James Harden because he gave what's the little young Chinese nigga who be fucking with Kai. He gave him his own custom Jones. Man, them shit's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them pink and white Jones, them shits was fire, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. Them shits was tough. Shout out to James Harden. But yeah, if I was Meek, I wouldn't take that bet. Real quick, because we talk about Meek and we didn't get to talk about new music this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I can't say about Rick Ross. Rick Ross can rap and he knows how to make a Rick Ross album, but and if I'm even comparing it, could I say I'll say like just off of is it a better listen than the T.I. Jones? Yes, but is this Rick Ross Jones good enough to go into the rotation of what I already had in rotation album wise? Like if I'm comparing it to the Future, Drake, and shit, even Rallo Rodriguez, that this Rick Ross shit wouldn't enter into my rotation on just new albums out. Like that to me was just like it's cool. Like it's a cool Rick Ross Jones, but this ain't one of them Jones is going to like jump up in Rick Ross
It would if he had his old if he didn't have all this beef, it would be. Like if he still had MMG rappers like the Meek and Wale, I think it would definitely.
No, for sure.
If he had Drake, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because two things I can't say about that. One thing I do think, and this is again when we kind of even going back into what I was saying about Saucy Santana. I think realistically, if Rick Ross could gave this album to Meek Mills, this shit would be this would be an amazing Meek Mill album because Rick Ross really don't be rapping about shit. And that's one of the reasons where it's like, you can be a great rapper, but if you ain't got nothing that's kind of like bringing me in, because it's just like, yeah, you doing, I guess, what Rick Ross do. You're doing the luxury rap like type of thing, but it's like, this shit is
that
just
Miami tribute shit was fucking. I don't even know how the fuck you came up with that.
No, let me say that the song that I probably liked the most on that jump was the Don Toliver. What was that? The Maybach Music.
Oh man,
that Don Toliver and Jeezy jump out of here. That shit was crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. That lived up to the hype. Like when you set a bar for yourself, when you talking about the Maybach Music and all of that. Rick Ross. That's why I'm saying Rick Ross is great at making albums and putting songs together, and that's probably one of the reasons why.
Boss music. He's great at making boss.
But some of the shit, his subject matter just be like, nigga, do you know what the times we live in? What the fuck are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying. I give him credit for day one. You really have never switched up who you are. What you've been rapping about. You've been rapping about the same thing, luxury, being a boss, and all that. You never switched up. You ain't tried a new sound. Like I said, you have new sound on there, like newer artists and all that. But you still rapping the same. You still consistent with it. It's still rapping the same. You're not trying to change up. Like you might do a couple little switches with your flow, but you still rapping the same way that you've been rapping for years. And I do got to give you credit for that because you didn't go away from who you are.
I mean, I guess. I mean, and again, maybe I don't know what I was looking for, but I'm with you on that one. I do think Rick Ross knows how to make good Rick Ross albums. To me, the only thing I really got out of listening to this joint, I was kind of like, damn, I wonder why Ross never executive produced an album for Meek Mills. Because I think for Meek, he need one of those like Rick Ross albums sound like adult music. And I think realistically, that's to me, I think one thing that people don't really listening to Rick Ross album, I kind of thought about that. I think the only thing is why there's no real new rapper that people really like is voice tone. Like when you think about what we seeing, Sam, because there's some niggas who be like, even again, when I talked about Rollo or even shit for ESTG, what make them kind of different is their voices are very different from everybody else. But what makes them not as palatable for older people is they don't have a clear sounding voice. Like even if Rick Ross rapping about a bunch of nothing or just a bunch of rich ass shit, I can hear everything Rick Ross is talking about. Even when you listening back to Jay-Z, where it's like you can hear everything Jay-Z is saying clearly. Like I'm not mumbling around with my words. Again, I told you that to me is my only beef with Rollo, and that's probably one of my only beefs with ESTG, and which I understand for both of them. That's what makes them different from everybody else. But that still kind of doesn't make you as palatable for older people who grew up on listening to rappers that you can actually hear what they're saying. And that's one of the reasons why people had such a beef with mumble rappers in the first place, because like I can't hear what you niggas saying. Like the beat go crazy, the hook super catchy, but what the fuck are you saying? Because I really can't hear what you saying. So that's one of the things I will give Rick Ross credit. He has a great voice, and his voice is so clear, and you can hear what he's saying. But again, for me with Ross, is just like, man, this is 2026. You just ain't talking about shit. Like the times that people live in, like niggas can't, like the work, like think about what we sitting here talking about before we even got into music. We talking about the letters fucked up. We talking about the air fucked up. Life is just kind of so rough where it's like, nigga, I'm cool on a luxury rap. Like this shit is just not, it's just, I ain't gonna sit here and say it's tone deaf because that's his real life. But at the same time, I don't think that shit gonna hit enough for people. Like niggas can't even fake play rich right now or fake play like you up because life is just so fucked up. So it's like, I don't even know what's gonna be the time and the mood for the Rick Ross shit. Like it's cool. Again, like I said, I love that. The Maybach Music joint to me, the standout song for me was the Don Toliver Jeezy joint. That was a perfect pairing. Rick Ross, definitely, again, he lived up to the hype on the Maybach Music joint. But again, for just new albums is out, he kind of just, for me, just don't break that.
Young Miami on that. I liked her little her joint.
I told you she done found a sweet little pocket for herself right now that I'm not mad at niggas for even running and using her and putting her on extra things. But real quick, while we talking about music, I do want to sit here this little future breakdown on some of his numbers that people may not be familiar with.
Future's about to have the #1 album in America, but that's not the real story. The part nobody's talking about is actually buried right here in this tweet, because this man is not who you think he is. Let me explain. If you love hearing music stories you're not gonna find anywhere else, make sure you follow right now, because you are never gonna look at Future the same way again after this video. Future's new album, The Real Me, is set to do 135,000 units its first week. Now look at this. Madonna posted her biggest chart week in over a decade last week with one of the most highly anticipated albums of the year. Debuted at #1 and did 134,000 units. Meaning, Future, with minimal rollout, has had a bigger week than the Material Girl. Even crazier than that, Madonna did 20 million streams her first week. Future did 24 million in his first day. But that's not all. By the way, I've got an amazing trivia question about all of this coming up for you at the end of this video that I'm gonna be shocked if you can get right. So watch out for that. Now, before you say Madonna's past her prime, or Madonna's not relevant, or Madonna's not a fair comparison, Future's new album sold 12,000 copies in its first week. Roughly the same Drake did with Iceman, which was one of the most highly anticipated hip hop albums of the decade, which, shocker, Future's on. This is Future's 12th #1 album, meaning he has more #1s than Eminem, more than Kanye West, more than Elvis Presley, more than Bruce Springsteen, and yes, more than Madonna. But that's not even the wildest part, because for years, Future held the most painful record in Billboard history. 125 Hot 100 entries, the most ever without a #1. The most charted man in America could not get to the top until 2021 and this song. And here's where it gets even crazier, because Future isn't just a big artist. Future is the cheat code. Young Thug's first ever #1 hit was with Future. The song that made Thames the first ever Nigerian artist to top the Hot 100 was with Future. Before you say, oh, Drake was on both those songs, go look up Drake's career sales before he ever worked with Future and after he worked with Future. Please, if you know somebody who loves Future or hates
and real quick, I do think realistically that is something that a lot of people gloss over, and that's one of the things that kind of even piss me off a lot of times when people talk about Future. Where, and again, because me and Marcus talk about this all the time, I'm somebody who was late on the Drake party. That early Drake shit that all y'all niggas was in love with when he was super simping and super singing and all that shit. I didn't become a Drake fan until after him and Meek Mills had that beef. My first Drake album, my first 2 Drake albums that I like, let's be clear, I've heard the other ones. Like I heard the joint when he had what's the Versace shit with the gold thing on it. I've heard that one. Like now, of course, now back in, I'm talking about at that time, I've heard it. I didn't break it down, and I wasn't in love with like the Crew Love and all that other shit. I wasn't in love with none of that. Even the other joint with the head in the blue sky. Like I heard it at that time. I'm not talking about now. A lot of those joints I love now. I can fucking sing Hold On, We Going Home with y'all word for word. Cool. That's now. But I'm talking when they first came out, I just heard them. Like it was cool. I listened to them in passing, didn't give a fuck about them. I didn't really care about fucking Drake until he washed the floor with Meek Mills, and then he came in with the if you're reading This Is Too Late, or we're reading This Is Too Late probably came out before the Meek beat, but those kind of came out like right but next to each other. And then What a Time to Be Alive is like, oh, I was a Drake fan at that time. So my bar for the first time like really getting into Drake, and you hear the Drake and Future, I didn't have expectations like all you niggas who was like, it says Drake with the P code and no beard. So again, I do think realistically niggas, and even when 21 Savage had that interview with Academics and he's sitting here and said like niggas in Atlanta would listen to Future before they even think about Drake. The club, the DJ could literally play Future all night and never play a Drake song, and niggas wouldn't give a fuck. So I do think realistically, because we just live in a time where I think, because again, Future doesn't do a bunch of interviews. Future's not just running around being like the media darling. Niggas kind of just discredit a lot of shit that Future kind of really did. I think he opened a different room and a different place in the way Drake got to play around and talk crazy street shit, because he kind of like, hey, I went and locked and did music with Future, and it kind of opened the door for a different audience to kind of listen to me, and I'll be more palatable for that audience. So I do think realistically Future definitely deserves a lot of credit that people don't give for him on that situation.
Send this video right now because I want to hear what they have to say about this. This isn't even just a hip-hop story. When Taylor Swift needed a rapper for Reputation, she called Future. That same year, he became the first music artist in history to debut 2 different albums at #1 in back-to-back weeks. If you love deep dives on music just like this, I post one every single day. If you ever want to check them out, they're all on my profile.
Again, like I said, he said, shout outs to Future. What else was going on in the world that we may be missing? Oh man. Have y'all seen these videos? It's been I hit a homegirl of mine because she sent them to me. It's a video was floating around of, I want to say, I think the Neighborhood Talk picked up one of these, and it's like a dude, and it's like they doing an interview for like a DV cases. And the first one is 2 jokes that I seen. The one I think the Neighborhood Talk was this one I'm about to play, and it's a black dude, and he talked about like how he kind of like was getting his rocks off on beating his wife.
I've been arrested about 7 times. But on one instance, I went to jail for domestic violence twice in one day. And I went to jail. Then I went and found her and beat her up for calling police on me. And I went back again. All in one night.
So did any of the women like get restraining orders or protection orders?
Oh, that don't mean nothing to me. Restraining order ain't nothing but a piece of paper. That ain't gonna stop me from doing nothing. It ain't over till I say it's over.
Like many former abusers, Charles says he was violent because he developed the view that men should be in charge of women.
I never considered myself a woman beater, per se, because I didn't just hit women for nothing. I figure if I had a reason, then it was just not being a woman beater. It was justified. It was corrective actions. Just trying to get some compliance.
How many women did you do this to?
I think I've been arrested.
It gotta be a white woman interviewing him.
Oh yeah, for sure. And hold on, I'm gonna play the white dude that she interviewed. And the crazy thing is, where it's like, I ain't like I know it's gonna be hard for me to defend Netflix. I'm sure Netflix is gonna be the one who will buy this shit from this woman and make this a goddamn, because I can just see people just deep dive and watching this shit because people just like to like, and I only think people like to hear like they enjoy it, but they like to hear it because it just be like, what the fuck is really people out here that's really just that crazy? Here go the white dude.
No, I just beat up my wife. It made me feel the adrenaline, and I don't know what caused me to feel like that, but I felt like I was the man. We had to put it in a week frame. 7 days out of the week, I beat her 5. I kicked her in the face, punched her in the face, pulled out her hair. I struck her nose, and she started leaking blood really bad. Made her clean up her own blood. I wouldn't laugh. I'd be like, ha, 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 ha. Like, how do you like it? Like, insane shit. Like, I would be insane sometimes. Like,
This is Sean. I met him through a project for domestic violence perpetrators in Kansas, which he completed a few months ago. He is still trying to understand why he acted this way.
with someone you have emotions with when there's love, I feel like it's like a dice. You don't know what side it's going to land on. I just go from happy to just, I want to beat you up, you know, so bad. After arguing and after the fights, did I feel superior? Did I feel, like I just did some type of drug? I'm in my house, so nobody's really going to tell me anything. I don't know. It feels like America's phrase, land of the free, even though I just...
Like when you hear somebody talk like this, like that shit be making me be like, no, why ain't somebody put this nigga down?
Why are they even making a documentary like
I mean, I'm with you on that one too. That's what when a homegirl sent it to me, I'm like, are they making a DV documentary? Like, what the fuck is this about? But again, just for me listening to him, like, if this was my sister or this was my cousin, my mom or somebody, where it's like, I'm listening to how like cocky and arrogant he sound with this shit, where it's like, even if I'm the woman, if I survive this shit and then I'm watching him get interviewed now and he talking like he has no remorse for this shit. This nigga ended his shit saying like, this is like America, the man of the free. Like if I was a woman and this nigga did this to me and you got the audacity to sit on camera and be like, oh, this is just like America, this is my house, who gonna tell me what the fuck to do? Man, I'm sorry, though. I'll be in jail and this is shit that I play in court. Y'all go figure it out.
No, and prayers to the victims of anybody that has been in those type of situations. But do you think like even them putting something like this out kind of like, all right, maybe more people might even speak up or even act on it? Hearing this, like you said, just you saying, me hearing that make me want to fucking kill this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So do you think that like, I want to put this out, maybe it might make more people stand up and defend that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
Better. Maybe they should look at this and start changing those laws when it comes to restraining orders and people like this.
Yeah, because even was what Erica just said. Like, think about the first dude I played. He said he got locked up 2 days for the same shit.
Yeah.
So she called one time, you get locked up, and again, what Erica's saying, because think about it again. I think rest in peace to the young lady out Waldorf, because that shit, I want to say it happened to the young lady in Waldorf. Like when she said he ain't called the police, got the dude locked up. He got out and then came home and then he killed her. So again, what you see him saying, where it's like, again, hopefully that's wishful thinking. Like if when you put stuff like this out in public, and if this becomes like, again, if somebody like Netflix or HBO Max or one of these big streaming platforms pick this story up, and maybe people can see this and this make people want to change the laws against this. But 9 times out of 10, I mean, I feel like the laws have been the laws for so long. I think it'll probably be hard. I can't even imagine them sitting here wanting to change it, because the fucked up thing about it is the times we kind of live in where people don't really give a fuck about women getting beat.
You know, because even when Joe and them was talking about it, when they were saying how you can't, for you to get a restraining order, like you got to be in a relationship with something like that, or have been together or something like that, which is kind of crazy for me to sit here. That's the only way I can get a restraining order on somebody.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Like it kind of just don't make no sense. It's hard. It's hard to even try to wrap your mind around it or try to even figure out what's going on. Yeah. Okay, let's go local real quick, because I do want to sit here and this was a cool story that was going on at Fairmont Heights Library.
It's an exciting time here in Prince George's County. You can come here to the Fairmont Heights Public Library and check out more than just books. Take an exclusive look here with me inside the first of its kind free grocery market.
Your oatmeals here. Prince George's County Councilmember Shayla Adams Stafford is giving us an exclusive look at how this space will help families living in District 5 every week. Some white bread over there. We have some more canned foods down here, like some snacks, soups, tuna. What used to be a study room has been transformed. But unlike a traditional food pantry, leaders say this is designed to be a more innovative way to distribute food, allowing residents to shop for groceries free of charge inside the Fairmont 5 market. This store can feed 175 families, and those are families of, two households of 2 or more. That adds up to as many as 350 people each week. The impact is already clear.
And anything I can come in here and get to help nourish me, it'll be good.
People like Anthony Wilson say they're excited to see this resource coming to the community.
Being that I'm a retired man and living on Social Security and only gets like a few days on my job, that'll be outstanding.
It's an exciting time here in Prince George's.
And again, like I said, shout outs to the Fairmont Heights Library, and they doing this cool thing to feed kids. I guess real quick, I'm going back into the little music topic real quick for Lil Baby. And when I can sit here and say, I don't necessarily know the play that Pharrell is running right now, but if you listen to the new 3 songs that Pharrell has produced, he's produced one for Quavo, one for Future, and one for Lil Baby. And for all 3 of them, if you listen to the music, you can tell like this is completely kind of out of their lane. It's not normally what you're really probably used to from them. For Quavo, it makes a little bit more sense because kind of Quavo is one of those people who will be on the fence with kind of trying new sounds, and you kind of either like it or you don't like it.
That's really him one or something like that.
I think it's called Having.
Okay.
And the beat changed like 3 different times. Like even the way he do the hook, it changed like 3 different times in that song. Like again, like it was something cool. To me, the best one, realistically, so far out of the 3, if I'm going just off of what Pharrell has recently produced, and I'm comparing it Future, I'm comparing Quavo, and I'm comparing Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby Joint is more catchy, and I think because of the times we live in via social media, I think people will be able to play around and use it a little bit more, especially if you kind of got like a cool little outfit or you kind of play around with like the preppy look. I'm sure realistically, so far what I've seen more women use it because I guess that's kind of one of the spaces that women kind of play around with, where you can kind of do like a type of like a brunch fit where it's kind of like it's streetwear, but it's also kind of a little bit casual for brunch where you can play around with like the slacks and maybe a fitted cap or some sneakers or something real quick. But again, the song, if you in your mind, like Lil Baby ain't put out nothing in a minute, and it's the first time you heard something from Lil Baby, it could easily be a letdown because you're looking for, again, like Lil Baby to kind of stay on topic and rap some street shit. And this is kind of Lil Baby rapping like some super like cool, preppy, get fly type of shit.
But
I like that.
I swear, y'all.
What you about to say?
Would you be rapping about street shit right about now if you was Lil Baby? Or any of them? That's why I say I don't.
Yeah, that's why. But again, that's why I'm not mad at the switch up.
Yeah, I'm
not mad at the switch up because the way Pharrell is rolling the music out, where he's rolling his music out at fashion shows. So you kind of opening a different door for them right now while you got the ear of Louis Vuitton and they allowing you to do all these fashion shows and you be the director, whatever the case may be. Then yeah, I can open the door and help these niggas get their music played somewhere else, and I can kind of get you paid, put you in some of these fashion shows. Now I can open up doors for you that's already open for niggas like Kanye and for like your Travis Scotts and your A$AP Rockies. Because again, think about it, for somebody like A$AP Rocky, yeah, as black people, we may not listen to a bunch of A$AP Rocky no more, but shit, it's still a huge group of white motherfuckers who listen to A$AP Rocky and fuck with A$AP Rocky. So that's why, again, I'm listening to this Lil Baby joint with a different ear because I'm paying attention because I seen what Pharrell did for Future. I seen what he just did with Quavo. So now Lil Baby is the third one out of this situation. And to me, even Pharrell is smart because these are the 3 realistically the most influential niggas that came out of Atlanta in the last 15 years. So it makes sense of what Pharrell trying to do, and it makes sense that all 3 of them have enough cachet to be able to try something different.
I like that new Lil Baby song that I'm dead fresh Carlton, Bottega cardigan, Virgin Mary flower scent. That bitch, it sounded like he's singing that bitch like here comes Santa Claus, here comes that bitch sound like a nursery rhyme. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. I'm dead fresh Carlton, Bottega cardigan, Virgin Mary.
That shit is funny, but again, like I said, man, shout outs to what's his nigga, Lil Baby, and shout outs to Pharrell. Misery loves company because everybody's embarrassed. Have y'all seen people? I mean, I don't know how many of y'all seen people do the what's the shit called, Comic-Con? Is that what it was called? When people do the like dressing up like cartoon characters or
yeah.
So have you seen people complaining about older people doing it?
Well, I thought that's a lot of them.
Oh yeah, well I guess people on the internet has been complaining about it. So I do this young lady who was kind of defending them because like, do y'all feel like I guess we live in a day and age where if you're not used to seeing people do shit or you're not open-minded to trying different things, I do think there is a lot of people who sit here and try to put age gaps on certain shit where it's like, oh, y'all too old to be doing this, or you still doing this, that, and the third. Again, I even talked about that when we saying on Threads where people were sitting here trying to like say, oh, if you 30 something years old, you shouldn't be watching Streamer University. So I do think like it's some people, again, kind of even tying it back into the KevOnStage thing. I do think it's some people who are so old and so pigeonholed in the way they kind of like grew up and who they are. You kind of judge other people for trying to still hold on to their youth at whatever ability they have.
I swear y'all bitches be miserable as fuck because y'all think everything is embarrassing. I just watched a fucking video, unproblematic, about DreamCon. People just showing off they fucking outfits. And here y'all bitches go in the comments, this is so weird, this is so middle school. Y'all not embarrassed? My nigga, y'all think anime is embarrassing. Y'all think dancing in the club is embarrassing. I can list off a whole laundry load of shit that y'all think is fucking embarrassing. Have a little whimsy, bitch. Have a little something. Anybody want to do something that you deem not normal? God forbid. It's they uncool, they lame, they childish, they everything in the motherfucking book. And this is what's wrong with society. Y'all don't want individuality. Y'all don't want people to be special. Y'all want people to fall in line. That's what the fuck y'all want. And that's why the world is the way it is, because y'all just can't mind y'all fucking business. You don't like it, go about your fucking day and don't comment on something that's not even harmful that people like. Damn, y'all get on my nerves. I swear.
And I do believe that
go ahead. Crazy.
Yeah, and I do believe that we do live in a time where people are such followers. And I meant to sit here and talk about this last week when we seen him talking about Future. Perfect example, like, man, Top was a Future fan before I was a Future fan. I'm talking about like Top was a hardcore turn on the lights. Future could be singing absolutely totally out of key with all that fucking auto-tune on his voice. I used to hate that shit, man. I swear to God, man, we'd be in the car and this nigga Top will be singing this shit all day long. So when Future put out his project, man, Top was sending me, like, he ain't even listen to the joint. That was the part that pissed me off. He was sending me like these white boys' opinion on Future album. I'm like, bro, you'll be on the internet too much. Like, come on, you gotta tighten up. I'm like, nigga, you from Southeast DC, and the first thing you do in the morning time is send me some fucking white boy opinion on a Future album. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are we doing? He was like, man, people saying it's trash on the internet, but I ain't listened to it yet. I said, nigga, you sending me other people's opinion on your favorite artist fucking music already before you even actually listen to it. And I hate that that's where we at on the internet, or this is how people brain functions already on the internet. Like, there's no way in hell you telling me you even taking in other people's opinion on something that you actually enjoy. If a nigga's my favorite artist, I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas talking about until I get to listen to it. And I'm gonna listen to it 2 or 3 times to give it the benefit of the doubt. Listen, especially if it's somebody I like. I hate that niggas sit here and be losing their own identity in your own fucking brain to sit here and figure out what you like on your own. That we live in a world that you sit here and allow niggas on social media. And then you allow niggas that you sitting here wouldn't even hang out with nowhere give you their opinion on music, and you taking that shit as the gospel. Like, man, that shit is crazy to me. Again, like I said here and said, I've been pushing this joint off for a minute because I should have been sit here and talked about it. Shout outs to what's my man name that won the baseball joint? What is it? Jordan Watkins, is that his name? Or Jordan Walker is his name. So for people who don't know, he is a black baseball player. I want to say he may be the first black baseball player to win the home run derby. Don't quote me on that one, because again, I've said this a million times. I don't watch baseball, so I hope that Ken Griffey Jr. may have won one before, but he may have not. But again, I know he did break the record for the most home runs, and that is how he won this one. Hold on.
So you got an almost white stadium in Philadelphia, all cheering for their great white hope. They've called Jordan Walker a villain like 5 times, not a villain at all. And he needs 2 home runs to tie the hometown batters, and he crushes number 10. But he needs 1 more. Just 1 more to tie. Look at his family, and they are shocked. These white folks are just shocked. Like, what is happening? And Jordan Walker, a youngster, and the crowd booing him like crazy. Can he bust a Hank Aaron and a Barry Bonds? He's got to take a sweet time. He has to hit it or he's done. Is he going to do it? He just did it, so it's tied. But if he hits one more, he'll...
Time out real quick, man. I'm telling you.
He's not the first.
He's not the first?
Ken Griffey won one.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I thought he did.
Aaron Judge, Daryl Strawberry.
Aaron Judge black?
According to this.
I ain't know. I've heard people. I don't know what he look like.
People that won it. I don't think he must have just broke a record then.
Okay, yeah, so he broke the record. But again, like I said, shout out to this gentleman because I ain't gonna lie to you. One, they was booing the shit out of him. And I know that y'all mind, y'all be thinking I be just like gassing it when I be talking about race sometimes. Again, because I think sometimes we all live in our own bubble.
Since Aaron Judge.
Yeah, so I think because we all live in our own bubble, so sometimes if you're not paying attention to shit, you don't understand how like racist the sports can get. Again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish realistically, for people who think I'm tripping, and if you got into the FIBA shit, I wish I could find one of these videos and I could have played it at the end of this episode where they was breaking down the Argentina shit. But most of the people, y'all know, they always do that corny shit and put music on the joint, so I can't play it. But do yourself a service. If you watch FIBA and you got into it, just put in on any of your search engines on TikTok, Instagram, whichever one of these platforms you on, and just put in the history between Argentina and the soccer shit. And you watch and you listen to some of the backstories on how their teams look, the way their teams look. Man, that shit is crazy as hell, dog. But again, with him in baseball, you in like, bro, I'm not mad at them for booing them because I've said this shit a million times. And even when I'll play his response after winning this, again, y'all may be thinking, oh, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. Black people don't watch baseball, dog. And he tells you this when he fucking finished winning this shit. He know that, and he's black, and he played for baseball. And he just won the fucking home run derby, Joe. But he ain't about to sit here and lie to himself like this is some shit that niggas be watching. No, this is the All-Star Weekend, the goddamn home run derby, Joe. His mother and father stand out like a fucking sore thumb because they in a sea full of fucking white people. They may be the only black people in the stadium. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but in their section, it ain't nothing but just them. In their section, there's 3 black people. Is him? Matter of fact, I think his girlfriend was there. It was his mom, his mom, his dad, and one other extra black person. Like, I ain't dragging it on that part. Wherever they was sitting at, nigga, it was only them 3.
Nate's the hometown hero, that guy, at his house. And it's his parents cheering. And 50,000 people booing. Is he going to do it? Can he go against an entire stadium? Oh, my. Oh, my. Come on, Jordan. He just did it, dude. He just did it. He just did it in Philadelphia with an all-white crowd, stunned everybody. And you got the family celebrating. What's the message here, my folks? Even if you're against all odds, of course gets to separate it. Oh my God.
Now, if y'all think I'm dragging it, please go find a clip of this, though. I'm not citing
You think you can do that?
Do what he did or do be his parents in the fucking crowd?
No, do what he did. Like, when you know, like, damn, all I need is one more to what's name, and I'm about to make these motherfuckers mad as like, could you like that's a lot of pressure.
No, it's a lot of pressure. And I think realistically, I said this earlier today when I was making my video after the Atlanta Dream one. I think people don't put a lot of talking parts on how much pressure it is for athletes in when shit
game winning moments,
or when you just go into a game where it's just a lot of fucking emotions already. Like when you it's already a lot of hype. It's already a lot of like pressure on you to overperform. Like every time I told people literally on the video I made, and you can go on the YouTube channel and I literally any Atlanta Dream home win game I make videos for. But I've been telling people I'm like, it's going to until Angel Reese gets a little bit older, that emotion part is going to always kind of get to the best of her. So I can tell which games where it's like you playing the Chicago Skies, the emotion's going to always be super high on that shit. The jump's going because again, you can watch her game and see when she in her own fucking head. So again, when you talk about athletes where it's like you can't go from having 3 back-to-back games where you did 23 and fucking 13. Like, nigga, you was looking like baby Asia Wilson for like the last 3 games. But then again, when the emotions get too high, it's a lot of conversation around you. And then they got the shit going around with the fucking coach calling you out your name. So now your brain somewhere else. You kind of like, I know that it's not going to be your best game. Because one, again, this is not no shade. You're a woman. So your emotions really going to get the best of you. So that's playing on your favor. And then again, with this nigga and all them race, and again, I don't even want to say all the racist people because it's in Philly. So I ain't gonna say make it seem like everybody in Philly is on some super racist shit because they be super fans. They just some super fans. But again, this their sport. I ain't about to act like nigga, you the visitor regardless. Even like, so I can't so I don't want to over exaggerate it, but I do think that shit is a lot of pressure because you in your mind you want to sit here and say, I want to have my suck my dick moment. Because when I hit this bitch, y'all can suck my 40,000 of y'all niggas can suck this black ass dick right now. Because y'all mad as shit because y'all was just booing me. It ain't nothing else for me to tell you but open the fucking Frankenstein. Y'all booed me the whole time I was up on this motherfucker. So what you ain't, don't make it like you was here for me and you was rooting for me. Nah, nigga, suck my dick now. How the fuck you feel? Dog.
What's gonna be your celebration? Like, what are you throwing up the fist? Like, what do you?
Man, that nigga way more. Again, I listen to him telling you. I be fighting back to be trying to be like politically correct. I know I ain't there yet. That's why I don't even be mad that my shit ain't where it's because I know I ain't politically correct because I don't know what the fuck I would say. Dog, they was booing this shit out this nigga the whole time. Like, if you wonder like how Steph Curry come up with the night, you for shit like that, you got to. Like, you need a celebration to tell niggas, man, this shit over, nigga. Good night. Like, think about when Steph Curry during the Olympics when he hit that shit on Serbia or whatever the nigga like was one of them fucking foreign countries. He hit it.
France, wasn't it?
No, it was France. The France was the final jump, but the game before that when they played the Joker's team and he bugged out against the Joker.
Oh yeah.
But let me play his clip real quick after him winning with him and his dad.
Still booing you. What's it like to have 40,000 people boo you?
I was once told you don't boo nobody, so it feels pretty good. Yeah.
That's right. How about your dad, Derek? Get over here. Yeah. Get over here. How about your boy?
Oh, he was awesome today. I just loved everything about it. Just his attitude, his approach, the smoothness, his swing. Looked like his dad. But yeah, he just did a great job. We're so proud of him. We're proud.
You told me at 6 years old he hit a home run and hit his grandma's car. When did you know he could be this?
Oh man, so that was an indication there. That was one good indication. I think again from early age he always loved the game. He always loved to play baseball. Loved to sleep with his glove. He always had a bat. We traveled with it all the time. He ate, slept, thought baseball, and he just kept progressing. He just kept getting better and better and working on his craft. And
they're still doing
again. He ended Joe.
Your dad, Derek, get over here.
Oh yeah, no, that was the same Joe. So yeah, but he ended but when the son got back on, when Jordan Walker got back on and talked about it, he seen here and said when they asked him, what do he want people to take away from this? And he just said, I want to see more black kids play baseball. So again, like I said, I do think I hope that people don't be thinking sometimes I be over exaggerating. And the cool thing is I already got like 2 St. Louis Cardinals hats. I sit here and say this all the time. Even though I don't watch baseball got the hardest logos when it comes to sports. Like it ain't even close. Like the close second may be hockey, but nigga, baseball logos and baseball hats, snapbacks, fitteds, whatever, them shits be fire as hell. The only thing that's holding me back is this one joke. Oh my god, the hat so fuck. They got a Washington joint and they got like the little the Asian dragon or whatever Japanese whatever fucking dragon it is on the sides of the joint. It's a only thing that keeping me from buying it because it's not from like a major hat company. It's like one of them off-brand joints, and I kind of be scared with like buying some from some of them little off-brand joints.
What's the name? Joe be wearing with the little bedazzled.
It don't got no bedazzle on it, but they got these big ass. It's got like these big gold embroidery joints on it.
Is it gold?
No. It's literally like a big. It's like a dragon, like a big ass dragon on both sides. Like it's the Nationals hat. It's the national logo on the joint. It's a red joint, and on the sides of it is literally like 2 like Asian dragons or something like that on the side of the joint. But it's the joint like that. But again, like I said, man, shout out to baseball. Baseball, I ain't gonna lie to you. Baseball, again, that's my only thing I like about baseball is the logos. Them logos be fire as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess let's get to this conversation real quick about Wale. It was a conversation that was started by Gina Views and DJ Head on their show on Shady 45.
Is Wale blackballed?
No.
What the fuck is going on with Wale in 2026, 2025? And he haven't won an award since like Bad. Is it bad that I never had a long time? time ago is when it was.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. I know he was there at the awards. He was nominated for
Best rap album.
Best rap album. And I don't know. I forgot who won.
Clips.
Clips won for best rap album. I don't know. I don't think he's blackballed. No.
Something's going on because we got list dropping of.
Oh, you're saying there's a conspiracy?
I think there's a conspiracy against Wale that he don't know about.
Like he not in on
he not in on a joke. A lot of people give Wale flack for the way that he crashed out on the timeline, but when you start really paying attention, they do be having them up.
Yeah, they do be having up. I think for me it's just different because I don't really expect much from people or humans. I don't expect acknowledgement, so I can't put that on him.
He told a story where they told him you're going to win this award. Came and whispered to him and said, be sitting here at this time. And then they gave the award to somebody else. Then called him later and said, "Our bad."
I remember that.
He told it on Joe Budden recently.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't remember that. What other? Oh, that's it. We're done with awards.
Grammys is next.
So, but everything else lot qualifies for this year Grammy.
Yeah.
So I know he's gonna be nominated. It's no way that he can't be nominated for best rap album. Now, if he don't get nominated, that's insane.
Okay, not the nominations. Wale deserves to win something.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. Okay, so there's three.
Something is going on.
There got to be three categories that he would qualify for at this point, right? Best rap album, best album of the year, best rap album, and then best male performance.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he.
Wale dropped the best album of his career.
Yeah.
Something is going on.
I don't have anything to dispute that. I don't know what's going on. I'm definitely gonna ask now that you brought that up.
Who you gonna ask?
I got some.
One shout out to Gina Views because Gina Views is definitely a huge Wale fan. If you watched the interview when Wale was rolling out his album and he went up there, I respect for somebody like her where she's a up and coming, like becoming damn near almost like a mega star in the hip hop space on just speaking and giving her thoughts and opinions, and for her to kind of like she fan out who she fans out for, and Wale is one of those people that she constantly supports and fan out for. And a homegirl of mine sent me the video before it even kind of went viral, and she was like, "What's your thoughts?" And I kind of honestly, the sad thing about it is I don't have a real answer. Like my only answer to it is I think sometimes Wale don't play the smaller media game where he kind of like only really kind of like he'll go do the Breakfast Club or he'll go do Joe Budden. But again, I even sit here and say like maybe sometimes his arrogance may discredit him a little bit because why don't you go do Rory and Maul? Like why don't you do smaller platforms sometimes? Because sometimes if you only looking for just the mainstream platforms is already mainstream, maybe some of those people who even listen to those shows, I don't necessarily know if you can win new fans because it's like, nigga, you've been putting out good music. And I agree with her. This probably arguably is his best album, period. And that shit kind of like came and went. And the only people who still talk about it is like people who really like are Wale fans and really like the album. But it's not like in just a, I guess, majority masses popular opinion for people to really talk about it and celebrate Wale like the quality of the album is. And again, we kind of live in the times where it's like, it is kind of messed up where you kind of like, damn, like what the fuck else do he got to do? I honestly don't know. Like even for her to say he deserved to win a Grammy, I can agree with it. But 9 times out of 10, I think all of us kind of know he ain't going to win. Like you sit here saying if Drake be like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit here and put Iceman in the joint. Like you can't. Again, do I think like I don't think Wale can beat Iceman in no fucking Grammy if Iceman in the conversation. Like it's gonna be hard to do that. So I honestly don't know, but do I think sometimes, yeah, maybe Wale should just go do, I guess, like almost being damn near almost like a new artist again and kind of even build up with some of the younger, not even younger, but some of the smaller platforms. Like, yeah, it's cool. You go run and do all the big Jones, but you didn't interview with Ebro, The Breakfast Club, and Joe Budden a million times. Like maybe you need to find a new audience. Maybe you need to help usher in a new voice where that voice is going to appreciate you doing the interview and they're not going to kind of just treat it like just another interview. And I think sometimes artists don't be thinking about shit like that. But then you'll be mad where it's like, oh, how fuck Cenat don't know who I am. But then I guess my question would be is like, all right, what's the new nigga that you kind of introduced to the world? Or you kind of took time out to build a relationship with them? Because I do think realistically, those are the people that's kind of go missing where people sit here, you could clown and say whatever you want about Drake, but Drake don't fucking miss those audiences. You can say, oh, you Drake, you too old to be sitting here with all these streamers. But guess what? All them young niggas still know who Drake is. When Drake dropped Iceman, all them young niggas that he done kind of helped build up their platforms via streaming, all of them niggas was playing his shit when it came out. So it's like you can't be mad if you don't get celebrated if you think you too big to sit here and kind of and do the hard and dirty work with some of the smaller platforms. So again, like I said, like I do think the album was a good album, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I ain't mad at niggas neither. Oh, let's talk about parenting before we get out of here, please.
Late night break-in at a DC Chick-fil-A caught on camera. Here it is. Police say that these 5 suspects broke into that restaurant at the DC USA Shopping Center in Columbia Heights just after midnight, damaged property, and then fled. If you recognize them, please call police. A late night break-in at a DC Chick-fil-A caught on camera. Here it is. Police say that these 5 suspects broke into...
Dog, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I'm gonna always be single, because I go to the comments and just read the comments. Bro, tell me at why is these kids look young as shit. Like you talking about, let's say, I'm gonna say 12. I'm gonna say at 12 o'clock at night, why is it a bunch of 12-year-old girls breaking into a Chick-fil-A? What the fuck they thought they was gonna get out of the Chick-fil-A? They ain't got no mask on. They ain't got nothing. They literally go through the door and you on camera. They got your face. Like, dog, I can't even imagine if this was my kid, because I would be so fucking embarrassed because everybody can see my face kid clear as day on 4K walking into a Chick-fil-A at 12 o'clock at night. What are you taking at 12 at night? It ain't going to be no money in no fucking register, because the rest, before you can close the store, you got to take the money out the register and put the register up. Ain't no food in there. They throw all the food away. So you literally just sit here and get you a charge for breaking in an entry for absolutely nothing. But again, when we sit here saying parenting, why the fuck is kids that young outside at 12 o'clock at night that you can sit here and do stupid shit like that? But first thing people are sitting there, oh man, you need something for the kids to do. At 12 o'clock at night, a 12-year-old should be in a fucking bed somewhere. Or in the house, at least in the house playing a video game, but not running around outside walking. Like, that's why kids shouldn't be outside at that night. At 12-year-olds should not be in no fucking bodies Chick-fil-A breaking in to get nothing. And you got a charge for absolutely nothing. There's no money in there and ain't no fucking food in there. Everything is put up. What the fuck did you just do this for? 5 little ass girls. Like, man, that shit is dumb, dog. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Has anybody been charged yet? With the whole DC thing?
Nah, not that I know of. I hope that they be the first ones that motherfuckers charge. What else is going on? We played the baseball. Talked about. I guess my last Lord John. I'm gonna see. This may rub y'all a little bit the wrong way. Y'all may agree with this nigga. So it's this white streamer dude who sit here and said the type of black women that he like and the ones he wouldn't date.
Would I ever date a black girl? I mean, yeah. But see, like, my taste in black women is a little bit more refined than the average black woman you find nowadays. Like, I like the Lauryn Hill type of black women, you know, the Pam Grier or the Tisha Campbell kind of black women. Like, why is it every time I walk through a mall or I walked into a convenience store, all the women there look like Glorilla or Sexy Red? It's like those women just look like science experiments from the CIA meant to destroy the black community. So, like, if you're saying that, hey, man, do you think, like, Glorilla sexy? Hell no. Now, if you got me a girl that looked like Patrice Rushen, then all day, every day, let's get it cracking. But I'm not going to curse my children with a mother that goes, ski, phone them. Ain't no way. Just ain't no way. The other thing is, too, is the disgusting hair, colored hair they have nowadays. Whatever happened to afros and looking like you're Garnet from Steven Universe? Now they all got like red hair with green highlights. Like, look at Kanye West's daughter. It's like, baby girl, you do not need aquamarine hair to make yourself look beautiful. You are beautiful the way you already were born. I don't need no girl to look like Hasanu Miku. Oh my gosh, bro.
Erica, you're the only woman in the room. Any thoughts?
White ass fucking. Nobody give a fuck about his opinion.
Oh man,
he would still fuck him. He's saying that on the air, but he would still fuck him.
Oh man. The only thing I'm gonna say, two things can be true. I can stand with Erica firmly on fuck his opinion because you're a white boy. You shouldn't be saying shit like that. But two, what he said, I'm cool. And the crazy thing is to see a lot of people in the comment section saying like, yeah, maybe fuck the messenger, but I do agree with the message.
That's what.
Like, I do kind of, and again, sometimes you just, when you get old, some shit just kind of be like, even the dating and the shit he just said. No, the older I get, I'm gonna tell you one of my pet peeves. I seen this shit on Threads and I retweeted this shit like 50 times. The older you get, bro, you get mad when you see people speeding through a residential neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's what you feel like when you get older, but don't shit on it. Because when you was younger, you used to do the shit, or you found the shit attractive. So that's just not your cup of tea now. So leave it at that. Don't shit on something that you used to do or you used to be attracted to because now I'm older and I'm better than that. No, you came from that. You used to do that. So it's not your cup of tea right now. Okay, cool. But why talk shit about it?
I mean, you got a point. You have a point. I can't have no pushback because you're absolutely right. When you were younger, the younger you are, it is certain things that you had an appetite for. And then again, sometimes it is almost the old man get off my lawn type of shit where it's like, the colorful hair is kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily know if I would want to sit here. And is this a woman that you would want to sit here and take home for Thanksgiving? Like the girl with the crazy ass red hair?
Fuck no.
So, I mean, I get, but maybe if you was younger, you might have done it. Maybe you might have. It depends. I don't know. Maybe I feel like when I was younger, that crazy colorful hair wasn't even a thing. So it was like, it's hard to sit here and say I would have dealt with that when I was even younger. But now that I'm older, it do kind of make you be like, what the fuck make you just sit here and say, hey, I'm gonna try the red hair or the pink or the orange, or even like he said was saying. I mean, again, I guess I get it. It's Kanye West and it's Kim Kardashian kids, so it's a little bit different for her. She can kind of express herself her own way because she ain't living the normal life in the first fucking place. So I mean, I guess it depends. Like I said, I'm not mad at his message, but cannot say he should probably kept his shit to himself. And maybe if you felt that way, pass that messaging on to one of your black friends or do an AI video and let it be a fake black person in this joke because they be doing it. Is this one girl that I see all the girls be sharing, and I'd be like, is this girl fucking real? Because she look fake as shit. Like I never saved none of her videos because sometimes when I see too many like super made up and it's like supposed to be like a podcast setting and the shit just look too well put together, I'd be like, bro, I don't even believe this shit real. I'd be thinking this shit AI and they be just putting this shit on the timeline just to piss people off. But real quick, because we did
those little AI joints be on your timeline, like the little love story joints.
What's like what you mean?
Like it's like a little show joint. They never came up on yours?
But I do got a question for y'all real quick. Do y'all think that Kim Kardashian kind of just get to move up under the radar like on her at the beat of her own drum? Because I thought about it because I seen a joint. I wanted to say, I think the Shade Room posted it. It was pictures of, I believe, she dating the NASCAR nigga now. What's his Lewis Hamilton or some shit. And I was kind of wondering where it's like, if Kim Kardashian wasn't Kim Kardashian, or even if Kim Kardashian was a black mom, people would have something to say about how many niggas she done introduced to her kids and had them like super hanging tough, taking pictures with her kids. When she was dating Pete Davidson, like Pete Davidson was like hanging with the kids. I think he even got like one of the motherfuckers' name tattooed or some shit. Well, I'm sure realistically, if this was a black woman and shit, they was moving like Kim Kardashian, and you kind of like got in the last couple of years, you done had at least maybe 3 different niggas around your kids, motherfuckers will be dragging Kim Kardashian.
I think people still drag Kim Kardashian, but do you think she care?
I know she don't give a fuck, but
I think that's why. I think that's the whole thing. Like people talk. We've been talking about it. Like, damn, she was with Odell. She's with, you know what I'm saying. People talk about it, but it don't affect her. She don't.
I mean, you might be right, but I just feel like I don't see enough people really like when I seen the Lewis Hamilton. I'm like, oh, you just had your kids around Pete Davidson. Like I ain't like that's what I'm saying. I understand because Kanye didn't went so far left with some of his other comments that people kind of really just don't.
Twice now.
Yeah, but she ain't had kids before she was married the first time, so that shit don't kind of count. I'm just counting the niggas she actually been dating, and then she's dating these niggas.
So she has a list, a mean roster.
Yeah, but I'm not. But fuck them. I'm talking about since she had kids. I don't care about what she did before the kids. I'm talking about the niggas that she be having around her kids. I don't give a fuck about her roster or what she was doing when she was just single on her own. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're grown. But I'm sitting here talking about like I know that the niggas, people judge and crucify regular motherfuckers who be having too many niggas around their kids. I be feeling like people give Kim Kardashian a pass because she's Kim Kardashian and she's super fucking rich. But if this was just Tanisha on social media and you didn't see Tanisha had 2 different niggas in a year, maybe less than a year, around her kids and taking like family photos with the kids, you would be like, Tanisha, what the fuck you got going on?
You're right, because they do it to Cardi B.
Exactly. So that's just, and I guess we could end with that one since we're talking about Cardi B. Stephon Diggs, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Man. This nigga dragging the hell out of this story. And I get why you don't want to settle because you don't want to seem guilty, but I kind of almost feel like that's the only reason why Stephon Diggs ain't got picked up by no team yet. Because if I own a football ticket, Stephon Diggs went for 1,000 yards last year. So for him not to get picked up at all right now, like he's just a free agency guy to put out fucking workout videos.
He ain't the only one that ain't got picked up. So I don't know. I don't think
I think what's keeping him away is realistically just the headlines.
That might be true.
Because that nigga had a hell of a productive year, and he ain't get. Let's be clear. He not like the. I guess if you compare, like, let's say like Debo Samuels, yeah, he still. But nigga, they was throwing Debo, like, that's fucked up. Because the Redskins is some bammers for that shit. Because I do think they should have brought Debo back, just because, like, nigga, y'all worked that nigga to death when Jaden Daniels was out, and you needed a fucking safety blanket to throw somebody keep throwing the little short dink and dunk passes to. Now you getting Jaden Daniels back, and you don't bring him back. I think that's kind of corny. But yeah, he's somebody else who ain't get picked up. But I think Stephon Diggs shit is more because it's just the headlines. Like, I can't imagine, like, hey, we signed Stephon Diggs, and now you sitting here saying like this nigga getting sued because he whipped his dick out on his fucking ex-stylist. Like, sometimes I'd be like, I don't think I want. I'm not gonna say I don't think. I know I don't want money that bad. If a nigga actually was sitting here, we was in a car, and this nigga really whipped his meat out on me, bro, I'm not telling nobody that story. I'm taking that shit to the grave. It is what it is. Like, fuck no, dog.
Is he gay?
Man, any nigga who comfortable with going on this nigga done did.
No, I'm talking
academics,
about the stylist.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Nigga,
okay.
This nigga done been on academics. He done went on Joe Budden shit. I mean, not Joe Budden. He went on academics. He went on No Jumper. And this nigga literally, he's telling the story where it's like, man, the nigga like, man, we was in the car. We was coming back from somewhere, and Stephon just leaned over, and he started like trying to like pull my head over. He whipped his meat out, started putting it, like jerking it. I'm like, bro, it's not. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no way on God's green earth. I'm not telling nobody that story. If I ain't crash out and I ain't on my little Dirk Yellow Beezy shit going to jail behind this shit, I'm not telling nobody that this nigga just whipped his meat out on me and me and him in a two-seater.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Me and this nigga come. I don't give a fuck where y'all was coming from, how many drugs, how much drunk you was. You talking about you in a two-door Porsche with this nigga and he put his dick out on you? Come, man, fuck no. Man, y'all crazy as shit. Man, ain't no way on God's green fucking earth, dog. Free Lord Durk and free Yellow Beezy, because that's the type of shit I would be. Man, I would be locked up with them two niggas. It's no, man, fuck no, dog. I don't want money that bad. I'm cool with being homeless. I'm telling y'all, as long as I can record this fucking podcast, I don't give a fuck about money. Not enough to sit here and say a nigga poured his dick out on me. What the fuck are we talking about? This nigga went on multiple huge ass platforms. I don't give a fuck how you feel about academics or No Jumpers. Those are still big ass platforms to get millions of fucking views on it. And this nigga going on there telling niggas Stephon Diggs poured his dick out on him is crazy, dog.
Think about, Stephon saying you're lying. I mean, what do you have to say to that?
I don't know why liars lie, but if a liar told me I was lying, I wouldn't believe him.
I mean, okay, well, any words for Cardi? I mean, she kind of jumped into the mess.
A liar told her I was lying and she believed it. Unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, but in reality, like, I feel like, how many kids were born last year with the last name Diggs? Yeah. A plethora? Yeah. He can't be telling all the truth. Okay. I don't think she would have signed up for that.
That's
true. Yeah, it's a fact.
I know. I mean, do you think that there's any coming back for this like friendship with you guys, or like is this just completely done? Like, I'm just curious. Like, how did this get to this point?
When I tried to give him a pass a couple years ago, thinking that it was something that he would apologize for and move on past, he kind of gave me his ass to kiss, which is why we're operating in the realm of litigation that exists currently.
Think about
you hate the fact they didn't forgive you because you stole from them. You didn't like everybody around your circle knew that you stole. So what you did, you went and you put the worst allegations, the worst allegation on a man. I never seen another man want to be involved so much with have those allegations with another man. Not only that, I never seen a man be obsessed with another man like that. This light-skinned albino came on the internet and told the story 3 different times. The first time was, I asked this nigga for some money, like he was my people, and he came and whispered in my ear like, oh, you want the money, you got to do this, this, and that. Then when your story wasn't getting picked up how you wanted it to get picked up, you juiced it up. And you spiced it the fuck up. And now it's, he pulled out, he was high and he pulled out his meat. You said 2 days. You hate.
So again, real quick, I ain't gonna lie to you. I respect Cardi B because realistically, I mean, for people who thought niggas was exaggerating about her being on a dating situation, it's a video of her and the soccer nigga out at a restaurant together. But I respect Cardi B. Like even if you kind of moved on from Stephon Diggs, the fact that okay, y'all still got a new kid, you gonna kind of use your megastar platform and your voice to kind of push the thoughts and opinions of the public, because realistically, I mean, Cardi B has stands. We talked about it before, even when it came to just like the little back and forth with her and Lotto. Like Cardi B fans is like just a smidge, a bit not as crazy as Nicki Minaj fans, but them motherfuckers is like kissing cousins. So again, when Cardi used her voice, people gonna kind of side with Cardi B. So I respect the fact that, yeah, me and Stephon Diggs may not be dating right now, but I'm still going to, because again, this is still my child father. And you seen her do the same thing with Offset before. Even if they wasn't on good graces, she kind of just don't leave them out in public's perception to just kind of defend or just have to figure shit out on their own. So I do respect Cardi for doing that one. Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much it. I feel like, again, like I said, I don't think it was too much of a crazy things going on in the world. I think one of the only other crazy stories was a gunman ran into what is this? Good Day America. Is that the name of the show? Or Good Morning America? Yeah, Good Morning America. And he tried to so which one of the black dudes was he looking for? Because I know he found one of them, right? One of them was on set.
Was it Al Roker? That's the black guy.
I mean, both of them black. The bald head dude with glasses, and the other one
so he was looking for him, but he
found the other nigga.
Yeah,
that's kind of scary, though. Like, I don't even necessarily know how you kind of like you go back to work on that. Oh, matter of fact, real quick, did y'all know the young lady? I think we talked about this. Maybe this is probably almost close to a year ago. The young lady who had her daughter waxing people. She beat that shit.
What she do?
Did she had her? I played it.
Charges dismissed this morning in the case of a Memphis woman who recorded her 5-year-old daughter waxing nude clients. Moss was charged with child neglect and abuse back in 2024 after complaints over posts on social media. That showed her daughter waxing dozens of clients. After more than 2 years, the judge disposed of that case today. In a statement, her attorney, Blake Ballin, told us from the beginning, Ms. Moss has acknowledged that she made a very poor parenting decision. He says over the last 2+ years, Ms. Moss has worked tirelessly to better herself through counseling and community service.
I ain't gonna lie to you. One, I still think that shit was crazy for you to have a fucking 5-year-old or 8-year-old, however old this little girl was, waxing grown-ass women and then recording it and putting it on social media. I still think that was just bad parenting and a whole. But I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was her and I beat this charge, I might be just like I said with the baseball nigga. I may have to get on social media and open up the Frank stand. Because even on Frank stand on niggas like me, because I was niggas who was judging her for doing this shit and thought that she should be in jail. So the fact that she beat this shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'll be on my Jay-Z R. Kelly shit. Like, found not guilty. And I would definitely open the Frank stand and tell y'all niggas to mind y'all fucking business because this my kid. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes, again, when people be like the justice system just be failing niggas, I do kind of feel like the justice system a little bit definitely felt that little girl. Because I still don't give a goddamn. Ain't no way in hell you should be sitting here. You shouldn't be streaming like that. Oh, have y'all seen? Have you seen the clips for the origin story of Raising Cain? I mean, well, not Raising Cain. It's called the origin stories of power.
Mm-mm.
I don't like the white boy that's playing Tommy. He just look like he don't look shit like Tommy. Like, he don't look nothing like. I mean, and again, shout out to the young man who plays Kanan on Raising Kanan. At least you get to know that he kind of get him to keep his career going on, because he will be also in this. He also will be in the origin story as well, of course, playing himself as Kanan. So I do shout out to 50 for keeping him around. Let me see what this was. I'm just trying to.
Some people gonna get mad at me when I say this, but I get everybody want to be influencers and content creators and shit, but this shit has gone too far. Why the hell are y'all doing get ready with me's in y'all underwear? Why are y'all showing where y'all kids go to school? Why are y'all showing the ins and outs of y'all house? Why are y'all showing the colors of y'all cars and insides and outs and daily routines and routes that y'all take every fucking day, and then wonder why people are so parasocial? Y'all are showing way too much. It's becoming to the point where there's no discreetness, there's no mysteriousness, there's no privacy. Like, take this shit back to YouTube. Do get ready with me's and fucking day of my life's over there, because this shit on Instagram is too much. It's too much.
I do agree with her a little bit. I do think people don't sit here and use their discernment on what not to put on. Oh, matter of fact, before we leave, last DMV topic.
Got married?
Who?
Paige?
Yeah, that shit kind of pissed me off. I seen it. I wrote stroke past it. I seen it today on the Shade Room. I definitely wasn't talking about that shit. I seen it. I was kind of low key like, fuck this shit. I'm such a hater. I was like, that's why that bitch ass nigga got traded again. He don't even play for the fucking Suns no more. I even forgot where he got traded to. But real quick, on 301, I don't know how many of y'all, I'm sure if you listen, you live in the DMV area, and if you maybe go back and forth between Upper Marl and Burl and Bowie, making some of those turns off of 301 can get very tricky, especially if you got to, especially in some of those newer, damn, what's the name of that neighborhood? I know it's like Governor some shit. I can't remember. It was like Tree Branch or Branch Tree. I forgot what it's called, but it's that neighborhood and they don't got no light right there. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that turn is super dangerous. So some of the community people were complaining, trying to get a light put up in that area to, what is it, Beach Street Road or some shit like that? What is it? I forgot what it is.
Right here off of Route 301, which is also known as Crane Highway, at the intersection of Governor's Park Lane. And I can tell you that several people are still concerned. We went right over here to the neighborhood and spoke with residents. Many of them say they want to see more be done to make sure no one else gets seriously hurt or even killed. Now, 301 is one of the busiest highways right here in Prince George's County. We spoke with the Prince George's County Police Chief, George Nader, who says,
real quick, I do want to pause that. Do y'all be thinking, and maybe I'm just be thinking a little, do y'all ever think about like when you see like speed bumps or like lights in places that used to didn't be lights, or speed bumps where it used to didn't be? Do y'all ever think about like, damn, how many people had to die right here or get hit right here for them to finally put up these speed bumps and lights?
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of be like, think about like certain neighborhoods, and you be kind of like some neighbor, so crazy, especially like in DC, and what's so fucked up, like they be putting speed, like high ass steep speed bumps in like super bad like strips, because you kind of be like, oh, I'm sure they put these, they ain't put speed bumps because niggas was coming through like driving too fast. They probably put speed bumps so niggas couldn't just drive through the neighborhood and do drive-by shootings. So you kind of like, if you, huh? Nah, nigga, some of them Jones like, it's this, man, what the, is this off of like, I want to say it's like off of 30th Street in Southeast. Nigga, ain't nobody never coming through that Jones speeding like that on this tight ass little one-way street. I'm telling you, because it be a bunch of niggas right here on 30th. They put that fucking deep ass, I'm talking about this speed bump steep as shit. They put that speed bump right there. I'm almost 100% positive because niggas did try to drive through that jump and hurry up and speed off and get on like the 7th Avenue or something. But let me finish this.
so far this year, there have been 21 fatal crashes, and we've seen 23 deaths from those crashes. Damn. And that's a 25% decrease from what we saw this time last year, but still more work needs to be done.
It's a bad intersection. It needs to be fixed.
Residents are once again raising concerns about the intersection of
21 car accidents and 23 deaths is fucking insane. In 1 year? Like, dog, that's crazy as man.
Crane Highway and Governor's Park Lane in Upper Marlboro.
That left turn coming across the traffic, with traffic coming up a hill, slight incline, and then also with the curb.
According to the Maryland Department of Transportation, there have been 16 crashes at this intersection between 2021 and 2025. A petition that started in 2024 is now gaining attention again after 3 people were killed in a crash here early Sunday morning.
People don't gauge it well. Our own daughter has been in an accident in the exact same space.
We also asked County Executive Aisha Brayboy about the calls for a traffic signal at the Crane Highway intersection.
We support any and all mechanisms that will save lives. And I think when we look at some of our state highways, we have to look at it in conjunction with the state itself.
We just learned from MDOT that they are 90% through the phase of a design for a traffic signal right here at this intersection. They also say that they expect to start construction for all of that by the end of the year. You're right.
Damn, again, man, rest in peace to whoever they used so much. They said just 3 people lost their life last weekend. God damn. Yeah, rest in peace to those people. Hopefully they can put up that light fast sooner than later. And again, like I said, like, share, and subscribe each and every Tuesday right back here. If you're watching this on YouTube, normally started off around like 9 p.m. no later than 9:15. We'll be live on YouTube. So again, like I said, you can pick and choose whichever platform you prefer to listen to. If you need something Sunday night, you're about to go to sleep, you need something to listen to start your week off, or you can listen to it on Monday or listen to it on the podcast app on Tuesday. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll holler at y'all next week.